Son iguales, I didn't know, so I got 3 and 3 there.
I'm not the picky one. He's the picky one.
I'm not picky.
That's what I was like, mejor de que that's what I told Christian. I was like, mejor para que
Le gustan sin
se
salsa.
vayan. Hoy nomás. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Like, that's why I got here, like, right away, I was like, how do I get there, you know? Like, para subir.
He put his order in first. He's like, oh, that's my boy.
Yeah. Están igual, te digo, all of them. I don't know what kind of salsa you guys like.
¿Le trajiste chicken nuggets?
Just put them down here, Damn, dude. Call out Sazón Mi Casa, dude. Oh, yeah, we got to post this in our story for sure.
You see, dude. Shout out to Christian, man. Did I go there? I don't know.
You gonna do it?
I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, dude. ¿Qué te iba a decir? Damn, dude. Where the tacos from?
Let's go. Shout out to Christian from Sazón de Tu Casa. We hooked us up with some tacos. Let's go.
No más.
Jorge, I was gonna say, Jorge dice que si no le echaste salsa. No, he's lying.
¿A poco te gusta que te pique?
No mames.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Contigo no se te puede hablar, güey.
Estoy hablando bien.
Pareces Javi, dude. Javi.
Dude, Javi's funny.
He's that guy.
Javi now.
Bro.
Javi.
We're just gonna name him Javi, dude.
Yeah, dude, just change his fucking name.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, ya ni me voy a poder comer este. Chingue su madre.
Yeah, that one, those some are spicy.
No, because of you guys, bro.
No, you can't, man. Yeah, him and Saeed are some of the most carrilla people that I know, dude. Those guys go hard, dude. No mercy. You gotta think before you speak with those guys.
He was holding back though, Avi.
Well, yeah,
he doesn't know you that much.
No, I mean, well, yeah, but he's on camera too. I mean, I don't think he's gonna go all out.
No, he was going out when he felt comfortable towards the end because.
¿Qué ven al maestro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, sí. No, dude, actually, that's another... Es otro pedo, dude. Like, no es que uno sea, like... A veces... I don't know the right word, you know, like, a hypocrite, you know? Pero there's, like... I do feel con el, like, with business and with presentation, like, sometimes you can't be yourself, like, as much as you want to be, you know?
You can't.
O cambias, and people like, ya cambiaste. I was like, no, it's because, like, I have to, like... Dude, like, yo... Like, de llevado, bro, like, yo no soy llevado con nadie. I know hella people. Y nunca me llevo con nadie because... I don't know, like, I've never been able to, like... I've been able to, like...
Dice, me enojo.
Sí, me enojo y yo, te no te aguantas. No, bro, like, I've been able to, like... Saber dónde. And some of these guys no saben dónde, bro. Like, you're with someone professional, and, like, they're like, fuck, bro, like, that's not the place right now, you know? Like,
oh, really?
So, mejor no me llevo con nadie para que no me pase. Que,
There's no, yeah.
Sí, no me pase, dude, because... Te digo, there's just, I don't know. I feel like there's a person tengo amigos.
No, I agree, dude. I think it's all about first impression. So
Yeah,
if you're
dude.
doing something business and you're meeting someone for first time, and then someone's over here like messing around, it's like, dude, I'm not usually like this. Like,
Yeah.
I know how to differentiate business and
Bro.
personal, you know.
When I was 18, I started selling cars. Like, I was like literally 18 years old. Like 18 in 2 days. Like, as soon as I turned 18, I turned my application that day. Yeah, those guys, I was selling cars.
No shit.
Yeah, bro.
Me too.
Really?
I was still in high school when I was selling
Oh, dope.
cars.
Yeah, dude. Y pues no, you know, I was vendía carros and I was in public or with friends, you know, or somewhere. Y pues ahí está que te quieren, you know, like agarrar or something. Like, bro, like, I can't, you know, like, can't be doing that stuff. Like,
Where'd you start selling cars?
there was this lot called Own a Car. Aquí it was on Portland Road and Silverton Road. It's that like where the old DMV used to be on the big old blue building. I don't know where it's at now. I think it was like a homeless place for a while. Like tenían those pods. Yeah, so I started selling cars. I was there for like 4 years, bro. 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You learned a lot from selling cars, huh, bro?
A lot, bro.
That's a tough business, tough living.
I just opened a lot too.
Oh, you did? Did you?
Last month.
That's fun, no?
It can be, you know.
It can be.
I mean, lo que me gusta, bro. Like honestly, lo que no me gustaba. The client's always right, right? I'm like, no, you know what? They're not, bro. Like, no siempre, you know? Like, it's like...
Yeah.
In retail they are, but car sales is not retail.
That's
different. It's a little different.
Like, most of the lots que trabajé, they were... like, that one was owned by... It was a used car lot, but it was owned by Gresham Toyota. So that, like, todo, like, you know, like, by the book, que no contestes, que no do this, no do that. And I'm like, do something, los queman a la verga. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
guy, you know? Like,
Yeah.
y no puede hacer nada. You know? And so I was like, dude, like... Luckily, my managers always had my back for everything, so... Por eso duré.
Oh, that's like, shout out to El Sazón de Mi Casa. Good stuff.
You don't sound excited, dude.
Good chile.
Es que le echó mucho chile. ¿Te gusta el chile, güey? ¿O no te gustó la salsa, güey?
Oh,
¿No te gustó la salsa?
the salsa's good, dude.
Oh, okay. ¿Sí le echaste?
Oh, it's just salsa, yeah.
Why so nervous, dude?
Oh, good, dude.
No, shout out to Christian. His bomb.
Yeah.
Always, bro. So yeah, peace Carla, man. Just Carlets. Yeah, I learned a lot there.
I bet, dude. Carlots are that's ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
That's I guess it's a lot easier when you own the place, but especially when you're 18, bro,
Oh, dude.
and you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
those are fucking some bullies, dude.
I know te ven como chamaquillo, you know? They're like, este que
Como-
me va a vender, you know? Like,
Yeah,
like,
no, I mean, no, que ve por este carro, que go grab the keys, que. No, dude, that's rough, dude. And you're in there with veterans, dude. Most of the time, everybody that
Uh-huh.
usually sells cars has been there for years.
You know what, bro? But like, like those 4 years I worked there were like, I learned so much. Not so much because of cars, because you como they. Did you used to do used or new?
Used.
Used. So también digo, mostly was used, pero since we were owned by a new store, nos ponían like trainings, you know, like how to communicate with customers, how to like how to advance conversations, y la la la. Pero honestly, bro, learning or seeing tanta cosa con los older guys, because I was a young dude, I was 18. So
Yeah.
like the next youngest people were like 25-ish. You know, I still talk to some of them. Like they were like super cool. But I also got to see a lot of bad stuff, you know, divorces, bankruptcies, you know, stuff like that. Because of the car business, I started in 07 in the car business.
Oh shit.
And so it was like a rough time. So a lot of stuff, like, mucha gente were like overcommitted, I think, or, you know, so the schedules were rough. It was like a 9 to 9, 8 to 8, you know, like todo el día. So I saw a lot of guys that I worked with get divorced, go through bankruptcy. Y pues, I'm always so you fail, you know, but I'm like, you got to learn from other people's mistakes. Like, si estás viendo a otro que se está tropezando, like, why are you going to go and do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've always tried to be like that.
Exactly.
Y pero so because of that, desde que I was young, me asusté un poquito. I was like, okay, I gotta be careful with what I do, you know? I gotta be, pero me enseñó también mucho. I was like, because I got to see all this stuff without me going through it. So where if I would have got a job with like my buddies, you know, you don't get that, you know, because you're all in the same boat, you know, you're all just being young, you know, being 21 by the time I got there, y todo ese pedo. But yeah, without the car business, bro, like I don't think, I know for a fact I wouldn't accomplish anything that I've accomplished so far without those like foundations, the car business. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, bro. Because I always saw it as a relationship builder. I never saw it as a sale, right? Like, te voy a vender este mic. Like, I didn't see it as like, I'm gonna sell you this mic. I saw it as well, who are you? You know, like, what are you up to? Like, you know, like, get to know you, and then hopefully we have a relationship. Me ves en la calle y me saludas con ganas, you know, kind of thing. Like, hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, you sold me. Who's that? Oh, you sold me my car. You know, like that kind of interaction, bro. Y pues con other people, like, depending on where you work, they don't care about that, right? They don't care about the relationship. They care about the money. They care about the, no le bajes nada. No le bajes nada. Like, to get all the money. And I'm like, dude, so that's an advantage with, what is this day? Ahorita que I'm like, dude, I got to sell cars. Obviously, you got to make money to cover the bills. Pero pues tampoco you're not taking advantage of people, you know?
Right.
So, es otro pedo. Dice pinche fuerza regida, you know? But,
Otro pedo.
yeah, bro. But it's a lot of stuff that you can learn.
Yeah, some of the most uncomfortable situations that I've been put in have been because of used cars, bro. Like, and it was all used cars. So it's like, dude, not a lot of people know what it's like to go on a test drive y que se te apague el pinche carro in your test drive, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, bro.
that's the
All
most
the time, bro.
embarrassing thing, dude. Be like, oh, it's just a quick fix. I talked to my boss. We're gonna get it fixed.
You don't even know what the hell's
You don't even know
going
what the
on,
hell. But you're a mechanic at that moment.
Es todo, no, sí, neta, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then, because I've been in sales since then, since I was 18. So any other situation that I've been in can't compare to the situations that I was put in.
That's tough, dude.
It's so tough, dude. Like, they already don't trust you. They already don't trust you. Y luego, porque se te apaga el pinche carro, güey. It's like, fuck me.
Me acabé.
Come on, dude.
Let's go.
All right,
30
dude.
seconds.
Let's get this popping. Welcome back to a podcast. My name is Jorge,
My name is Alan.
and today we got Fernando in the house. Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming through.
thanks
You
for
know,
the invite.
there's a. It looks like you're a busy man. And there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that you've been doing, and we've been looking at your stuff, so it's pretty interesting. So
Well, like we were talking about before we started the the podcast, you have your hands on a lot of different things. If you want to just give us a little rundown of like the businesses you own and
or who you are, de donde vienes.
I know this is.
I know, that's what I was saying. I was like,
They don't know we just had tacos and all, got that taco breath. Yeah, no. So my name's Fernando. Yeah, Fernando Lopez. I live in Kaiser right now, but I've been in the Salem area for probably the past 16, 17 years, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do. I have a couple of things going on right now. Like I have Arrows Home Air is the main baby. We do heating and cooling, mostly residential. So anything to do with furnaces, ACs, air cleaning, filters, ductwork, todo eso. Also, I launched Guy with a Hat Designs. I've been doing kind of stuff like this for a while, but I just went live with that about 2 months ago. Like I actually registered the business, like a full-on business, and then we opened up a car lot called Car Bros Auto. We went live in March también. So yeah, doing that, and then we just
Cool.
around, man, just trying to do a couple.
We'll get into detail with all of them, but I mean that's 3 things that you're doing. By the way, he did bring us some hats. Guy with the hat. So now there's 3 guys with the hat. Dude, should I be old school and leave it like back in the day or no?
You should, dude.
I should, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
What is it? The new eras?
The new eras. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Did you live? Did you rock the hats like that? Or no?
I tried, bro. I tried.
I don't wear hats that much, pero esa vez I bought one and I left it on. And whatever. Ahí se quedó.
Bro, there's this sidetrack, but that's how I live my life, right? Like so much random stuff. There's this sitcom called Key and Peele, I think they're called. Key and Peele, I think that's their name. They have this video, bro, where the guy shows up, they're talking. Y llega su camarada with like a new hat with a sticker. He's like, oh, he's like, oh shit, he notices he has a new hat. He's like, oh, that's cool, kind of feeling like, the next day or like the next skit, he's the other guy, the guy that was first, he comes with a hat still in the bag, bro. Still in the bag with the receipt inside. Segundo ya más,
Damn.
Then the next day, the other guy, the first original guy, comes with this lady, bro, making the hat on his head. I'm like,
damn.
Get tu sticker ni que nada, Like, we got it brand new.
Shit.
That's coming back, no way.
I don't know.
Some of the designer clothes, people like were wearing like jeans with the tag still on.
That's been going on for a while.
Shoes, no?
And shoes
think,
también, the off-whites and stuff.
I remember when I was in high school, everyone did that.
Did what?
The whole tag thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
I never did, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm about to age myself, but from previous videos, I think I'm closer to you than I am to you.
Yeah. That's kind of what it sounds like. I mean, you said at 18 you were doing slinging cars. So.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, he's a 2000 kid.
Oh,
I don't
But
think
you know
so.
what's funny though? He's a 2000 kid, but even if you're a 2000, you could be 24 years old.
See?
And I'm like, whoa, actually
man,
they're not.
that's
Ya son, you're not 19 or 18.
Yeah, dude, people don't talk about millennials anymore. I'm a millennial, and people don't talk about millennials. Everybody talks about Gen Z, and then now it's the new generation. I don't even know what the new one's called.
Oh.
Everyone wants to be a millennial, though. We all know that.
Yeah.
What is millennial again?
So I
Late
think
80s?
80s.
I think I saw it was from 90 to 99. I think
You're confusing
98.
90s babies. Millennial is different. Millennial is anybody born, I think, in the 80, 81, all the way to like 2002 or 3.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
It's millennial.
I don't think that's that big of a gap.
But you're talking about 90s babies.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual.
Dude, I wish our white hand was here.
I'm gonna look it up.
Look at it, Google it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Google this.
because I think I'm right after to be considered a millennial, I thought. Pero, I mean, I grew up in that time. Like, I'm 89, I'm late 89, so me tocó todos los 90s.
Yeah.
Me tocó the, don't call me at, I'll call you after 9.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, I think what he's confused
Oh, no, you're
about,
right. You're right.
he's confused about 90s, like you're a 90s kid.
Yeah.
That's only an era between,
The 90s.
that's
So,
different.
81 to 96.
96. Okay, maybe I was way off, but
81 to 96.
do you just did barely?
I barely made it, then I was in 96.
Sí, bro. No, sí, es otro. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, see, don't take that away from me.
I know, but no, I realized, I was like, I'm telling you, 2000 kid, and I'm like, bro, they're like almost 25.
Yeah.
Not almost, but you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, dude, like for me, like the notion of time, like it's crazy because, like, I was just talking to my wife, I was like, dude, we're gonna be 10 years married. Like, that means I'm old, you know, like ya estamos like getting there. And then my brothers, you know, I think of my little brothers. I think of my little brothers. Like, I don't think they're 22, 23, and 27 or whatever they are. I'm like, you know, kids I went to high school with. Even that, like, if I see somebody that I was a senior and they were a freshman, and I see them now, I think of them as a little kid. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, you're just a freshman.
But they're like 30, 32.
Yeah, like 5 kids, you know? It's like, dang, like, where did time go? You know?
Yeah, excited. Time flies, man. It's crazy.
Volada, man.
It is crazy. Bro, I'm curious. You said that you've been living in the Salem, Kaiser area for 17 years. Where were you raised?
So I was born in Long Beach, California. We lived there till I was about 6-ish, 7, and then we came over here. We landed in Woodburn, so I have a lot of people I still know from Woodburn. I think that's why I know so many people. We were talking about earlier, like even the guests you've had, because I've been all over the place. But yeah, we moved here, Woodburn. Then I went to Mexico for 4 years. We're from Guanajuato. That's where my family's from. So I lived there for 4 years. Came back to Woodburn. I was in Canby for a little while. I was in Monmouth for a little while. I eventually landed in Hubbard.
Okay.
You know where Hubbard's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, so I went to high school there, graduated there, and then I moved to Salem right after that. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but just in this, a little all over the place, man.
Damn. Yeah, I was gonna ask you where you went to high school too, because I think a lot of the like rivalries at high school too.
So it's crazy because once I moved here, and I met more people from here, that's what they would talk about, and I was like, dude, I have no idea, because like Hubbard and like North Marion, the school I went to, it's a little school, bro. Like I think we were like a.
They're like a 3A, no? They're
So
small.
I think they just moved to like a 4A. Like
They're small.
yeah, I remember one time we played Wilsonville. Like when I played soccer, I'm like, dude, why are we playing Wilsonville? Like they're huge. It's a huge school.
Yeah.
So then eventually, so we played more like against Cascade. So like our rivalries were like Cascade and Staten and stuff like that. Molala. So it kind of sucked though because I didn't get that the whole like McKay, North, South, you know, like Sprague, like more of your guys' rivalries here.
I went to McKay and then I went to South, and then I ended up graduating from Cascade.
Oh really?
Yeah, I ended up graduating from Cascade, so it was kind of similar too. I went from like a pretty big school to like a really, really small school.
Small town.
Yeah, really small town, small.
Dude, I loved it, bro.
Small graduation. Did you? I didn't like it.
I loved it, bro. When I moved to Salem, it was like, dude, this place is huge.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean Woodburn, I thought Chiquillo, you know, so I didn't go out. It was Woodburn. I was middle school, so I mean, it was nomás lo que estaba ahí. Then I went to Canby, and Canby was, you know, maybe I think it's big like in the area, pero pues está chiquito. Like that's not, I think it's like a lot of farm and stuff like that. You know.
Did you do sports, bro?
I did. I did soccer, bro.
Oh, okay.
I did soccer and wrestling.
Oh, wrestling too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did cheerleading too, bro.
Did you?
I did, dude. I was whoever watches this, they probably haven't, unless they went to school with me, they don't know that.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
bro.
We'll make a clip.
Yeah, bro.
You already know.
You already know.
Yeah, dude. I was it was my senior year, and I knew girls from the cheerleading team, you know, like
Give us a cheer right now.
bro. No, man.
Avienta Jorge.
I was gonna say that's what I would do. I was
Yeah,
like just like
that's
the
usually
face
what they
atrás,
do,
you
no?
know?
Yeah.
Well, it's because we didn't have any, you know. And then what I wanted though was the tumbling, because every time I scored a goal, I did a backflip. I would do a
I
backflip,
see, yeah.
and I was like, dude, well maybe I'll just learn. Me meto con ellos, and I'll just learn. I'm not gonna join them. I just want to learn, you know.
That's
Y
great.
pues ya estando ahí, pues you know, I didn't last very long, but I
Yeah.
did learn the tumbling though. I was
Really?
dude, that was
Do you
Damn.
still tumble or no?
no, yeah, I couldn't want done tumbling, bro. The way my knees are set up, yeah, no, you know. Like,
Don't
yeah.
let me guess, dude. Iba a ser profesional, but you hurt your
Me
knee.
chingué la rodilla. Yeah, bro. No, it's soccer. Wrestling was fun too. I mean, wrestling was fun, but soccer was the main sport I played.
It's funny. I ask a lot of people that are like entrepreneurs, and I ask them about sports, and they all say they did sports too. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like a competitive like background that people come from that kind of helps out in entrepreneurship. Do you have any?
You know, I do always bring work to sports. Like that's I've learned a lot, right? I mean, when you're young, pues te sabes todo y nadie te puede decir nada,
Yeah.
and, you know, pero like I've matured and I grown so much, you know, since high school. But I always tell people like I relate it to sports. I'm like when we're working, I'm like, bro, we're a team, you know? We're a team, we need to work together, right? It's like a soccer. Si no saben soccer, pues les pongo whatever they know. But I always brought it down to soccer. I'm like, bro, the goalie is just as important as the forward, right? The goal you have, if your goalie ain't doing it, then vas a valer madre, you know? If your defense ain't, like, it's a whole team effort. So it's helped me a ton with understanding like roles, you know, because sometimes you just need to keep it simple. You know, when you keep it simple with sports, it's like, okay, el portero la agarra, se la da la defensa, se la da para allá, yeah, you can go from here hasta allá, pero pues not often, right? I mean, you're not Rafa Marquez, you know, like you can't do that. Pero it's just a team. It's a team sport. So I think that helped me a ton. I was never a solo guy.
But you go from there to wrestling, and then
Yeah,
wrestling
I was
is all
gonna say
solo.
I didn't like it as much.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
didn't enjoy it, dude.
Oh, okay.
I liked I liked the team effort. I liked the just being around others. You know, like I don't know. It's just
Did you ever wrestle?
No.
No, I liked wrestling. I like that fact because even if it's teamwork, if someone drops the ball, then we could all lose.
right.
Or you have really no control over how hard someone works or how hard
Yeah.
they try, right? But when you go to wrestling, it's all your fault.
Oh, you.
If you win, it's your fault. If you lose, it's your fault.
Yeah.
If you don't practice as hard, it's your fault. So I kind of like that aspect of it too.
No, see, that was cool. But I just as a sport, I don't know. I just didn't.
Nah, just soccer.
Yeah. But I see it as a mentally thing. It is harder too. I mean, I think
Physically
you know,
harder, I think.
Yeah. So it's just different, bro. Like I've been reading books and stuff, and it's just crazy, like how everything applies and how your brain is wired. Is how you get attracted to certain things and enjoy certain things and don't enjoy so much different things. You know, like. But the sports, I don't know, bro. I think I just didn't know any better, honestly. Like I was a sports guy, bro, for years. Like me gradué. I started working at the car lot, and I would go play. Bro, I was playing like 5 nights or 5 days a week. I was playing like, between practice,
Yeah.
between like Sunday games, like
After high school?
bro, huh?
Damn.
All the time, all the time. But I feel like I just didn't know any better, you know. Like I just, you know, like it was just a. I don't know. I thought I was gonna go pro, I guess.
Yeah?
No, bro, I never.
You thought he was gonna go pro.
I was.
Nah.
I always knew que le echaba un chingo de ganas, eso
Yeah.
sí. Le echaba ganas, but I wasn't the best. I mean, I wasn't.
People know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny to me looking at people like with that thought process of like, do that Sunday league. I'm like, bro, we pay to play. You know? Like we're paying to be here, bro. And like you're taking it like it's the World Cup, like it's the last ball you're ever gonna go to. But in their heads, they're like, this is my job, or I don't know what they felt. I don't know if that was like an escape for them. But yeah,
It's a lot of people are just competitive. Some people are
Yeah.
competitive or I don't know, but
yeah. With me, I stopped playing about 7-8 years ago.
yeah.
I broke my rib.
Your rib?
I broke-
Playing
dude,
soccer though?
Playing soccer.
Oh shit.
Damn, it
Me
got
eché una
nasty.
palomita bien chingón. No, en serio, like me eché
Como
la
Chicharito.
palomita, and when I landed, I just instead of rolling through, como que caí muy pesado,
Did you score?
cracked it. No, I didn't even hit the ball, bro.
Damn.
But I had already scored in that game. So I go to work, and pues I can't. Like at that time, I was doing some labor work, and me acabé mi PTO because I couldn't work. So the next day, they're like, "Hey, man, you're fired." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh shit, right? Damn.
you know." And dude, pues ya estaba casado, tenía mi house, tenía mi little girl. I'm like, "All right, well, that's that." I was like, I can't afford to get hurt. You know, like I love it. I love playing. I love the. For 90 minutes, I didn't think about nothing, nobody. It was just like fun. It was just like, you know, get away from everything. But I couldn't risk it. I'm like, dude, like comen,
Yeah.
you know, like comemos. Like it's like, so yeah, it's been a while, maybe more, maybe like 9 years. Dang, it's been a while.
Damn.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah, you gotta pay the bills.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that is tough. Y luego, como dices tú, what was it, outside? Sunday League? Yeah, Sunday League is just, I don't know, dude. Ahí es otro, like, it's a Sunday League, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
See,
it's como dices tú, they take it too serious, they're too competitive, but it's like, dude, we're just
you have to
tranquilos.
go to work tomorrow, man.
I'm like, sí, tranquilos, vamos a jugar, tranquilo todo, you know, like,
But I get it, dude. Yo era así, te digo, when I was young, when I was 18, 19 years old, oh, bro, me comía el mundo, you know? I was like, dude, I need to score, we need to win. Y, but it's part of growing up. Uno nunca crecen, I think.
yeah.
Unos,
Said plays ahí con nosotros.
oh, yeah? Open play or actually?
Sunday League, yeah.
Órale.
These guys are always hurting themselves,
Oh,
though, bro.
yeah?
Yeah, they're some
Come out
viejitos,
con,
man.
you come in smelling like Vaporub or what is it? Like,
Yeah.
Icy hot and
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I still play. I
Yeah.
play indoor a lot. I don't know. Afuera no me gusta.
Yeah.
They take it too like. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude. Y adentro, first there's no slide tackle y todo. It's that must. I play co-ed with my wife on
Oh, that's
Thursdays.
That's cool.
We had that team for like 5-6 years now, and then on Fridays we do over 30s,
Órale.
and then once in a while when they do open play, we go.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I've been wanting to try, but nomás. There was a time, like my nephews got older. Les di mis zapatos, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Les di mis
Just do-
jerseys. Les di like, cause they were all about it, you know. Like
Yeah.
they're in that age group. They're like 15 to like 19, you know. So I'm like, here you go, you know.
Yeah.
Y más porque le van al Madrid, you know. So I'm like, here you go.
Damn, he's a
There
Madrid
you
fan,
go.
dude.
You a Madrid fan?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
So you're saying you're an America fan, right?
No. Nah, bro. Diablo for life, man.
Diablo for
I'm a
life.
Toluca guy.
Yeah?
Toluca guy, yeah.
Damn.
I when I was in Mexico,
Yeah.
from 8 to 12, I lived in Celaya. So I don't know if you guys know, but there used to be a team in Celaya.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a first division team. That's where Hugo
Sí,
Sanchez.
Celaya.
So Hugo Sanchez played there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he came back from Madrid, I think he might have played somewhere else, and then he went to Celaya. Dude,
Oh, I see.
we had that guy, and there was this guy named Butragueño, también from the Madrid, that was like the legend over there. There was this other guy, but they had a stacked team, but
Yeah.
they just never like, pues no pudieron, you know. So when I was there, when I lived there, it was the home team.
Yeah.
So I went for Celaya all the way. And I went to a game against Toluca, and I saw Cardoso play, bro. I was like, man, that guy is a beast. Pero pues, let's go Celaya. Yeah. But I was like, that guy is killing us. Y cuando descendió el Celaya and we didn't have a first division team, I'm like, Diablos.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
It's crazy, dude. A lot of people in the 90s that watched Cardoso, and remember we were talking about it?
Yeah.
Todos iban a Toluca o a Cruz Azul con Hermosillo, dude.
Yeah.
If I wasn't a diehard Morelia fan, I would have probably.
Oh, you really fan?
Yeah.
Órale.
Si no era, I would have done like Toluca, dude. Because at that time, dude, Cardoso con. ¿Cómo se llama? Vicente Sánchez.
Ciña was, bro. It was
Dude, they were a beast team,
Palo,
dude.
I mean, no, that team was stacked, bro. Like,
That, they were like. Y luego Morelia le ganó una final al
Cristante.
Toluca.
Yeah.
Y luego Toluca le ganó una final a Morelia. And then I think they went at it for like 4 years. Like, not finales, but like.
Yeah, Toluca went. I mean, I think they got 3 or 4. Like went to like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's
That's when Bofo was with Morelia too, dude.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
Bofo.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Can't forget that guy.
Yeah,
You
he's
want to.
good.
Yeah, shit crazy though.
Damn.
Yeah, that guy is crazy.
Yeah, ese güey está loco.
We were talking about it
Yeah.
last time. We were saying that he was the what's that guy's name? I forgot his name.
Who?
The Dennis Rodman or what?
Yeah, he was the Dennis Rodman. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Dennis
yeah.
Rodman
With
of
the
Mexican
with the crazy
soccer.
hairs and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
He would instigate like shit in the field con los argentinos
Yeah, dude,
también.
yeah. When they went to beat
So-
Boca over there, I remember that game. That was crazy.
Yeah, that
You
is
know,
crazy.
You know, it's crazy. Rodman's daughter's in the U.S. Women's National
Yeah,
Team.
she plays in-
She's a
yeah.
beast.
I think she's the highest
Good.
paid
Yeah, dude,
women's
she's
Now
soccer
she
player.
is.
Yeah.
It was that Hispanic chick. Now it's her.
Oh, now it's a Hispanic chick?
No, remember
but
it
not
was a
Rodman.
Hispanic chick from
Oh,
Dash,
no, I don't
Houston.
remember. No, I don't
Remember
remember.
that the girl from Mexican chick?
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
yeah, for the
She was
Liga.
number 1 paid athlete now for women's in soccer, and now Trinity is
Yeah, dude.
now the
It's
highest.
just nuts.
She plays it here in the U.S., dude. Orlando or something like that.
Who?
Trinity.
Trinity.
Rodman.
I think it's LAFC.
No.
No?
No.
No creo.
No,
No.
I thought it was. Oh, never mind. Then.
No, I
You
saw.
think Carlitos Vela, bro.
Hey, hablando de Carlitos
¿Sí?
Vela, dude, he has no team.
Dude, that guy's my hero, bro. Like, I love that guy, dude.
Yeah?
Desde que le mandó la chingada a la selección, bro, I was like,
Really?
good for you, dude. Like, I think when he said, I don't like soccer, it's just a job, I was like, okay. Like, cool, you know, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
us, or a lot of people that feel like they should be playing and then watching it and then playing FIFA afterward, you know, and it's like, dude, like, it's just work, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and if you think about it, well, like, personally, I've done jobs that I was really good at that I didn't enjoy. You know, so it's like, why if you don't enjoy it, then you know, and you're still doing your job, you're still really good at your job. I think it's more of a he could have been so much better. Like he could have been the best. He could have
But
been.
that's just our es egoísta de uno.
Yeah.
It's like our pleasure watching him play. It's like when a lot of people talk about Ronaldinho, they're like, oh, he could have been the best. He was the best. You know, he was literally the best. It's just his life is not his life. It's schedule after schedule. As every day was already el calendario de él ya lo tenían para allá y para acá. He was like the first athlete que lo tenían para allá y para acá. First YouTube video que blew up back in
With the
high
gold
school,
shoes?
the gold
With the- yeah,
shoes.
dude.
So he wasn't happy, dude. He's like, dude, I'm not happy. Like, I already did it. I won the World Cup. Ha ganado todo. What am I going to prove?
Yeah, bro.
So then people like us, you know, they're like, hey, you know what? He could have been the best, but you're not. Que... But it's because we want to...
Yeah. Live through them. I
yeah,
think, you
we
know?
want to enjoy the moment. But it's like, no, he
Yeah.
made his money. Hizo lo que tenía que
Sí,
hacer.
dude, see, I mean, that's just it, you know. Like, como ahorita, like, I see more, like, whenever I'm on social media, I see stuff, like, como ahorita con lo de que pasó con la selección, like, everyone's like, oh, good for Carlos Vela, good for Carlos Vela. I'm like, see? Like, after a while, like, you know, with all the corruption, all the stuff that's going on in there, like, that he didn't want to go back, I'm like, well, now you get him, but you gave him shit for all
I
these
think
years, you know?
People just want to see greatness, though.
But that's es el egoísta
Yeah.
de uno. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you.
No, sí, pues sí. Like, I think you're both, in that.
You want to see greatness, and if you have the opportunity to do greatness, I mean, the only reason why you weren't able to do it was because you had bad knees. But I mean, el que tiene good knees, I mean,
But it just goes back to you being greedy of watching greatness.
is it greedy though? 'Cause
It
they're
is.
getting paid a pretty penny. They're not doing it for free.
But you want to watch them. What about if he says, I'm a retire?
Well, if we didn't want to watch them, there wouldn't be sports.
But I think he still was good. I mean, he just didn't make the decisions. I mean, como que quedarse in Arsenal. Did she have stayed in Arsenal?
I-
No, Carlos Vela.
Didn't.
He should he have? Because it's a better team than Real Sociedad.
So was he? What does he do now?
Yeah,
He has no team.
Like,
But he's
does he
like
have
what-
a job or like?
No.
Well, I mean,
he's
he probably
retired
owns
for
a bunch
life.
of stuff. I mean,
He was in LAFC and his contract was over before the season started, which started like 2-3 months ago. But ya no tiene equipo.
Yeah.
Es como Giovanni Dos Santos, no tiene equipo. He hasn't had a team for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, like, I'm assuming he invested his money. He's probably
I'm
like
sure.
30 something. I mean, no está tampoco
like
20.
36.
But that was my question. Like
Yeah.
30 or mid 30s, that's still really young. So you think they're just so set up that they just
I
gonna
think
work, or you
I
think
think
they're
so.
gonna
Pero
like?
pienso
they're
que
gonna be
ya
like
no-
Cabañas and pursue
Pienso
political
que no one
career.
pursued him. I don't think teams pursued him no more.
I think,
No,
well,
but-
según Chivas was hot, no? But
Yeah, but-
I don't know if it's Chismo or not, but that his wife said, nah.
No
No,
te vayas con
no thanks.
Chicharito. Luego,
Empiezan otra vez al party.
¿verdad? Empieza el party.
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. But I mean, at that age, I mean, it's like, it's another thing. Like, what? I mean, Michael Jordan, greatest ever, right? Or arguably, because I know I've seen something about LeBron. He's a
LeBron.
baby,
I'm a Michael Jordan fan. He's
right? He
LeBron.
greatest ever. What about his Wizards run?
He was
Yeah,
whack.
But he was
whack in the Wizards.
Well, yeah, but he was done,
Por
dude.
eso digo, like-
He was
But
done.
LeBron
So
James is the same age
No, but
and
where
higher.
where I get to is like, do you want to watch your hero till he's like, yeah, no sirve para nada, yeah, next, or do you want to watch him like Belita? I feel like he retired when he was still maybe he could have done more, or maybe this season that started, yo valer madre, and everyone's like, yeah, bench him, like I'm done with him. So is it like, do we want him to keep going for us, or did he just say, hey, I'm okay right now, I'm healthy, I'm still at a good level, donde mis videos are gonna be or people are gonna keep saying, oh, maybe he could have played instead of cabrón, he should have retired fucking 2 years ago.
Do you watch
Yeah.
UFC?
I do.
So it's the thing with Khabib.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done, and I think he was still in his prime when he retired.
Yeah.
So that's one example.
Yeah.
And the way I see it is you don't know what you got to push yourself to the limits, and you don't know what you could do. And I understand that not everybody loves the sport, whatever sport they're doing, to the point where they want to take their body to that limit.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. LeBron has had a longer career, and he's had a successful career. Granted, now with the technology that we have and nutritionist and just physical therapy that we have available to these
Game's not
athletes,
so physical.
you can't. And it's not as physical. Antes agarraban a putazos in the fucking basketball field way, and I mean every sport, even soccer too.
Yeah.
So it was just different. It's just like saying Pelé. Is he the greatest soccer player?
He's not.
So and a lot of people say he
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah. They'll argue that there's no.
But
I don't think so.
You
either.
gotta kind of understand his story a little bit more. Pero Pelé was just kind of like, if you actually look into his story, él no, en las finales creo que no anotó gol, and like the best players around him were like other players.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the best. He never played in Europe.
Yeah.
He always played in Santos. Nunca lo dejaron salir. So he never really challenged himself playing in Europe with the big teams.
Yeah. I think maybe just his God-given talent, and he was maybe ahead of speed.
I think
and
he was ahead,
finishing,
but I
so-
don't think he was the greatest.
It's like internationally también when you come to soccer, you want to think, because numbers aren't everything, right? Unos will argue that they are maybe, otros que no, pero it's internationally, I think Ronaldo he's the highest, scoring national
Yeah,
team. Yeah. But the second guy, I think, is this guy from like India or
It's
something.
like Iran.
Is he the best? Is he the second best?
But
Not
that's
even close.
But that's the
no?
thing. A lot of people say Jordan because of the rings. There's this guy that has 11 rings.
Ándale, Robert Horry, no?
I don't know his name.
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Isn't it the guy we have right there? No.
Chamberlain?
Who do you have right there, Alan?
You have Kareem.
Kareem.
Oh, that's not him. No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the 11 rings.
Well, even Robert Horry, I think he has like 7.
And so it's like,
Because he was at the Lakers and then the Spurs, so he got both
But
dynasties.
what's your opinion on Khabib though?
I honestly, bro, I like UFC. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I do enjoy watching it a lot. I don't really I never liked Khabib. I don't like his style because when we go to entertaining, I don't find that fight entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Gaethje guy. I'm a órale cabrón, mátense. You're gonna be out here, like go at it, like knockout.
So are you a Mayweather fan?
No,
Okay.
no, same thing.
Same
I want to,
thing.
and that's the thing. Like I think I hate. I don't watch boxing because of that reason, bro. And that's why I think I like UFC more. I hate the fact that if you lose your O, you're undefeated. Ya no vales madre. Like no, bro, you could have had a bad night. Like why does that matter? And I feel like too many people give it importance to the record. Like también no quieres perder todas, you know. But they're entertaining fights. I'll watch that night, guy all any night of the week. So, Gaethje, te digo, Gaethje, I love that guy. He's gonna fight tonight. I don't know. He might get knocked out, but it's gonna be a good ass fight. You know, like, and if he loses, I'm like, I don't want to watch it. Al contrario, I'll be like, dude, I want to watch that guy again. Like he just went for it. You know, like y con los otros, it's like I understand. He's in estilos, hacen las peleas and whatever, and you don't go out there to just entertain me.
Yeah.
You want to watch out for yourself.
Yeah.
Pero a mí, el style nunca me llamó la atención. It's just too. I get it. Like if maybe if I was doing it, I'd be the same thing. I'm just trying not to get hit.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not
like
trying to get punched.
yeah. Pero tipo Mayweather, right? Pero it's just not. I don't know. To me, it's just not fun to watch. You know, like I don't know. Like digo, Nate Diaz. That guy has a horrible record. I think he's like 14-8 or something. Like he loses every other one, but you still want to watch him because you know they're gonna be good fights.
Sabe que le va a echar ganas. Ese
Ahorita
güey
maybe
se
ya
va a
no,
ir.
pero you know, like you didn't. I didn't care that he lost. Y con boxing, it's like, oh, ya perdió el invicto. Okay, yeah, back of the line. No sirve para nada.
Yeah.
It's like no, like you can have a bad night. You can do whatever.
They
and
try to
it's
take
still
care
be-
of that. You said like their own.
Yeah, Mayweather's gonna have that thing forever. Nobody's gonna get close to him, but who cares? You know, it's a boring ass fights.
Yeah.
Like to me, it was just.
Yeah,
it was
I
not
didn't
good.
like his shit.
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't know. I can see how. I'm not mad at it, I guess. Maybe I sound mad at it, but it's not entertaining. You know, it's not entertaining. I'm like,
You need some counseling.
yeah, ese guy. No, like it's just like I get it. You know, like he's the best, right? And como dice, like obviously the points to not get hit. Yeah, it is. You know, but looking at it, como volvemos a the word selfishly. Looking at it selfishly, I do want you to get hit. I want you to risk it and acá, and I'm not sure what's happening. Instead of like, okay, well I know he's not gonna get hit. So what I'm hoping for is que haga puntos el otro para que le gane. It's like I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and I think that the we were talking about how people are like, oh, I wish you should have done this or you should have done that. I think that comes down to everything. So like for example, you were talking about your first job out of high school selling cars. Dude, you always know those people where they're like beasts. They're like beasts at selling cars.
Yeah.
But then they always have like these like problems and it's like, dude, you could have sold fucking 30 cars this month, but you only sold 15.
Simón.
So it's like it's the same thing.
See, you're 100% on it, bro. Like I just read a book called the Subtle Art of Not Giving a. You know? A mí vale madre muchas cosas. Like a lot of things me vale madre, you know. A lot of people's opinions of me, ya me las, brush them off. I don't care porque como dices, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I think is best for me and my family, you know. Like, pero sí a veces it maybe comes off the wrong way, you know. Pero it's I don't know.
What was your opinion on that book? I've been meaning to.
I like it. I liked it a lot because, digo, de por sí me valía, y ahorita no que me valga más, but it just helps you focus, right? And I think the title is a little like, maybe, strong, you know, que te va a valer madre todo. But I didn't take it like that. I took it as honestly, bro. Like one of the things I remember from that book, the guy was talking about his friend having a relationship with his brother, and I don't know, maybe I'm rephrasing, for sure. Que se iban a la carnita asada juntos y que hacían esto juntos y que hacían eso juntos y aquello. And then he was like, I don't do that stuff with my brother. Like, am I a bad brother? Like, am I, like, should I be like that? Should, it's like, and it, to me, it was more like, dude, I'm like that with my brothers. We don't talk almost every day. Like that's not how we're wired, and that's okay. So I think it just made the way I process things, like, me dio como validation a little bit. Like, okay, maybe I don't have to worry too much about that. I shouldn't worry about that. Like, if he needs me, he's going to call me. So I don't need to be giving, too much thought into what they're doing, cómo le está yendo, like, oh, should he have done this? Should he have done that? Pero qué tal si, bro, I'm their brother. Like, si me hablan, I'm there, right? Like, I think, like, hasta ahí llega mi responsibility. Pero de ahí, hey, bro, like, you need to go, like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. You should be doing this, you should be doing that. y que me mande la verga, that's okay too, you know? Like, it's just, digo, a mí me ayuda a centrarme un poquito más and just focus on what I need to focus on, you know? Like, stop hearing the outside noise, like, porque no matter what you do, he should have done this, right? If you went left, you should have gone right, you know? Like, it's always going to be like, so me ayudó, te digo, a centrarme un poquito más. I'm enjoying reading a lot, bro. I'm not a reader. Okay, I'll rephrase that. I'm not a reader at all. I'm an Audible guy.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm an
there we
Audible
go.
guy. I'm in my car most of the time. You know,
This guy
driving.
talks shit because I do Audible.
Bro.
No, audibles.
ver.
I never say audibles. This guy
Yeah,
always
dude.
thinks that I say something, dude.
Maybe it's just because he's always talking shit, but he's always talking
This
shit,
guy
dude.
always thinks that. I'm like, no, dude, I never said
Yeah.
that.
No,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No.
No, I think that's what it is. It's how you learn, how you like it. You could read. You know, a lot of people say reading because it exercises your brain y todo como hablas. Eso se lo sabe. People are visual, or you can listen to it. There's 3 ways of doing it, or you could do all 3.
Yeah. Yo, como mi wife, she's a book girl. You know, like
A bookworm.
a bookworm, ándale. Like she likes to grab a book y ahí se sienta and you know and she'll read for hours and I'm like, bro, that's fucking boring. You know,
Yeah.
like yo estoy pensando, bro, if I start reading something, like I'm reading a book, y estoy pensando, oh man, that job that I have coming up,
Yes.
right? Like y me distraigo de volada because to me it's not a priority. Like ese libro, like se me va muy rápido because I have too many things going on. With the audibles for me, I drive a lot between appointments, para coger materials, to go look at a job, to wherever. I'm in the car a lot. So I've learned que me puedo concentrar más when I'm driving because I'm already focused on the road, you know, like what I have to do. Pero con ese audio, like me ayuda, I can concentrate better. Y aprovecho todo ese tiempo, bro, because I love music, bro. I love music. I love blasting music. I don't do it now because I don't.
In the
What-
business car,
what-
fuerza reída.
I was gonna say voy a tirar shade at people here, you know, pero like you're driving by, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
con la ventana, like that's not me, right?
With
But I do
one
like my
hand
music.
driving.
But I do.
The guy, is that the guy in the
Yeah,
hat? With
is
the
that
hat?
The guy with the hat.
Yeah, voy a tener que quitar, you know, it's like, but that's not me. But I do enjoy it a lot. Like, so I was like, man, I need to do something. I need to start learning. I need to start investing in myself, you know. What I started doing so I'm Catholic. Don't judge my wording for my religion. Pero so we have Lent, you know, we have Cuaresma, and for Cuaresma they say, you know, you give something up, right? And when I was younger, I'd give up like chocolates, you know, or whatever. I'm like, yo voy a tomar soda. But that's nothing, like, you know, like.
That's big for the Mexican culture, dude.
Well, like
Giving up
coca,
the
you know,
coca.
like
Yeah,
coquita,
dude. That's
but
huge.
to me, bro, like honestly, I left it, and that was like the best year of my life. I was in such good shape.
Really?
Like, porque ya me la dejé todo el año. I was like, it's already been 40 days.
Yeah.
¿Qué más? So, but what I did a couple years ago, I stopped listening to music. I was like, I really enjoy music, so I want to do something que me pese, right? Something that it's really like, okay, you're doing something that sí te está costando, no como la soda, pues I'm gonna drink a tea. It's still good, you know, like, so it's not like, y con eso, no, because I was driving so much. So what I did, no lo escuché todo, I didn't listen to music for the 40 days, and I started listening to audiobooks, and I'm like, okay, like, y I learned a lot. Like, digo, con el primer libro que escuché was Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay.
You know? And then se acabó Cuaresma, and I was like, man, like, that was nice. Like, that was cool to learn, aprovechar mi tiempo. You know, I felt more accomplished after driving for 2 hours, you know, that day. So what I do now, desde entonces, I read or listen to a book, y cuando lo acabo, I reward myself with music. So, like, como ahorita, today and tomorrow is my last day of music. Y ya el lunes empiezo otro. And however long it takes me, if it takes me a week, pues I can get it the next day. If it takes me a day, pues I get music the next day. If it takes me a month, pues I get music then, you know? But it's been helping with growth, I think, more than anything. Like,
I think it does because música is vibration, so
Yeah.
te distrae eso. They say, I don't know if you heard this before, pero le han dicho some things that people don't want to talk about, and a lot of times it's like, what keeps culture back, right? Culture meaning African Americans. They say, oh, es que es la música que escuchan, it comes with all of this. It's a vibration. Then they ask a Hispanic, oh, pues también los hispanos cuando escuchan los corridos y todo,
Yeah.
como que it changes your mood. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, estás tomando, escuchas corridos como que te alteras.
Yeah.
So,
Eso sí.
they say that growing up, they, you know, subconsciously they listen to all this, so it's already invented in them, right? So, dice que eso, people have to drop it tone it down a little bit because eso te distrae mucho.
Yeah.
Talks about all these things, whether you're actually listening to lyrics or not, your vibration te la está bajando más y más y te quedas así, te quedas como la vibra más baja. So
That makes sense.
because al último del día, we all have that energy, we all have that vibration. Sound. Remember we went to that sound with Eddie.
Oh yeah. That was
We went to this
meditation.
one place,
Meditation
meditation. Te acuestas and they're playing like como una campana.
It was a lot of
It's just
campanas.
como que like you just hear them like everywhere, But
Like sound waves.
It's sound waves. There you go, sound waves, and it just relaxes your body. But if you actually like books and like the whole audiobook, look into what like todo eso te ayuda and it helps you better understand how you think or why you're thinking what you're thinking, y todo eso, and everything relates to what you do, whether it's business or not.
Yeah.
Everything, todo es igual.
Yeah.
And then now there's just levels to all the todo,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Porque digo, a veces, como dicen, like, I mean, I think I've seen a lot of pictures, like, it's like, or memes or whatever you call them, que dicen, when music perfectly expresses how you feel, So, estás triste, quieres escuchar música triste. Te quieres poner alegre, le pones música alegre, So, I think I was using it, I mean, a lot as a distraction. Like, I didn't want to think about all the stuff I had to do. I wanted, but música, fuck everything, but with reading, man, like, I feel like, man, like, I almost feel like a hypocrite, bro, because I was, like, yo no era nada de leer, bro. Like, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. I'm like, por eso no fue a la escuela, para no estar teniendo que leer, and like this and that. But, man, like, it just, like, the past year, man, that I've been, like, reading more, it really is crazy porque siento que te da, así como exactly how you said, right? Like, the music can guide you to one thing. Me, the more information that I take and the more I learn from these things, I think it gives you an ability to create more boxes that you didn't know existed. A lot of para poner either emotions or tasks or lo que quieras te ayuda a separar because, I'm a sayings guy, I do so many sayings, pero you only know what you know, right? So it's like, si piensas que esto es, que that's the only bottle there is and that's what you're always going to get. But when you learn and you find que hay de 5, 6, 7, 8, they're like, oh, okay, well, I can do this too. Okay, well, let's do that. Oh, I don't have to do this. Okay, I can do that. And it comes from reading. And it really is like, I think you just get a step in your head. I was having a conversation yesterday with somebody, but they said about 35 is the age que that maturing stage como que pasa. But it's just like, yeah, man, like you're going to fill your head, you're going to fill your time with something, right? Why not do it with something that que te va a dejar algo bien, algo bueno, I think that's how I think about it. And with the books, most of the time they're referrals from people. Like, I ask people, like, hey, what are you reading? Oh, mira, ese está chido. So when I'm reading the book, me ayuda almost like identify, like, how that person is, right? Like, if you tell me, it's, I guess, like, movies, right? Like, you tell me, like, oh, it's a Disney movie. I'm like, okay, well, that's what he likes. So I'm going to relate you to that. And you're like, oh, there's a scary movie. Okay, I'm going to relate that to you. So with these books that I'm getting from different people, I'm learning from them también. Like, I'm like, oh, so okay, so that makes sense why he told me about this book because he is like that, So that's kind of cool to put.
That's interesting. I didn't think about it that way.
I didn't think. Apenas I've been just like randomly, like, because I think the more I read, the more books I no los compraba yo because I'm like I listen to them, but I just told my wife, I'm like, hey, start ordering them for me because there's something to the visuals of the book. Porque ahorita, como te digo, the last book I read was what's it called? The 6 Types of Working Geniuses. So the 6 Types of Working Geniuses. Este año, I think I've read like 11, 12 books, which is honestly more than 12 more than before then. That's like acabé la escuela. Like I hadn't read a book, like nomás no. But there's something to see in them ahí. Like, so los tengo, ya llegaron unos on the mail, y ahí están, y te acuerdas, like, oh, so yo me acuerdo de esa persona. I'm like, oh, this person recommended me this book. O me acuerdo de what I learned from it, or what I said I was going to practice, and maybe I'm slacking a little bit, So, dude, it's crazy. I mean, eso sí se lo recomiendo. I tell everybody, I'm like, dude, like, I know it sounds because I was that guy that was like, nah, I don't need to, I'd rather listen to my music, I know this guy, I told him, he's like, bro, I'm stressed at work and, like having issues at home. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to put my music in, music liberates me. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's awesome, bro. Like, está bien. Pero una cosa es que te libere y otra cosa que te ayude, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think like there's like a difference between just like, oh,
That's
I
true.
forgot about it completely, but now guess what? You go back home and that issue's still there. You did absolutely nothing, you know, to try to learn, you know, like yo sí aplico los libros because most of the books I've been reading, this one's about work, right? It's the 6 types of genius, of work genius. It talks about 6 different personality traits that are in people, or that can be or can't be. So, dicen que you have 2 of them, you're competent at 2, and you get frustrated with 2. So, like aquí como con ustedes con su studio, right? Like it's I'm sure there's some things you guys enjoy more than others about this podcast. There's some things that you enjoy doing that you're like, okay, like that gets me out of bed, right? And there's like, fuck, I gotta go do that, you know? Igual acá, and it could be the same exact things, or they could be different things. You like the setup, you like the editing, right? O al revés, or whatever it might be, or maybe both of you the same. Pero when you apply it, I apply it to like at home. Like, you know, my wife's a stay-at-home wife, you know? Or she's a stay-at-home mom with the kiddos. There is so much stuff that needs to get done in the house that I didn't think about. You know, I'm like, bro, like, yo nomás sé que llego a la casa y, you know, like, there's food, the house is clean, or there's tiradero. You know, I have 2 kids. So, I mean, you know, like, there could be either way. But I don't think about everything that needed to happen, you know, like, to make that day work. Because it is work, you know, it's a lot of work. So they were just applying and just learning so many things, dude. It's just nuts.
Bro, were your parents entrepreneurs?
No, bro. So my parents got divorced when I was really young, you know, and my mom was a single mom for a while. She sold cars.
Really?
Yeah, she sold cars, bro. And I think that's where my love-hate with cars began. Because at first, man, it was so annoying, man. So we would go to the tienda. We were in Woodburn. We'd go to, how was it back then? It was Food for Less, you know, back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it's Mega Foods.
It's Mega Foods now.
Hey, doña Raquel, ¿cómo está? I'm like, who's that? Like, oh, le vendí un carro. I'm like, okay, cool, you know. Y seguimos caminando. Oh, doña Raquel. I'm like, dude, like, who's that? You know, like, dude, like, can you just let us shop? Like, we just trying to get our stuff. Like, I'm not like, really, you're gonna talk to somebody again? Like,
Yeah.
that's annoying, you know. Like, but later on, I learned that how like amazing really it is that she got to build those relationships. Like, those people were genuinely happy to see her. You know, like, I remember in the summers, bro, we had almost free fresas all the time.
Really?
Like, where we get those? I was like, oh, un cliente que le vendía hace like 3 years. Y cada año venía de Cali y trabajaba en la fresa y le pasaba a dejar a mi mamá a su work. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. You know, like,
Yeah.
that's super cool stuff. But it took me a while to realize that it was good. Yeah, so she was a salesperson for a car salesperson for a long time. And then when she married my stepdad, he does insulation. So yeah, he's been doing it for like 20 years. Yeah, so I initially wanted to get into business for him. I was like, if I can start my own company, I can pull him out of there and I can have him, you know, just work for himself or family business, you know. But pues no se pudo, you know. So then I don't know, dude. Like, my mind has always been, there's always something, right? There's always something to do. Like, there's always something to be done, I guess, you know. Like, I think I did have it from, you know, like my guy with the hat stuff. So the guy with the hat, I started with I wanted to make a wood flag, una de madera, you know. I want to make a U.S. flag. That's que están como quemaditas, and then I have the same. I didn't want to buy it. I'm like, I'm just gonna make it. So la hice. And I put it on Facebook, and then someone was like, "Oh, it's dope, you know. Are you selling them?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I'm selling them.
Actually.
¿Cuántas quieres? And dude, vendí, I don't know, 15, 20, like, you know. And then someone's like, "Can you make a Mexico?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." No idea how the heck I was gonna do it, dude. I was like, "Pues a ver cómo lo hacemos," you know. I ended up buying a cricket machine.
Yeah.
You seen those?
Yeah, we have one.
Make decals at home, like you can cut them out, like people make shirts. And
Oh, I
stuff
think
like
my
that.
girl has one. Yeah.
Yeah. So compré una de esas so I can make the stencils. And then shout out to my boy Jimmy, Jimmy Alvarez. He was one of the first ones. Like, he asked me to make he's like, hey, can you make me a wooden Nike sign? He's like, but I don't want you to just cut it. Like, just make me something cool. I'm like, well, what do you have in mind? He's like, I don't know, dude. Just make it happen. I'm like, okay. So what I ended up doing, I got a bunch of different pieces. So I mean, it's still just like the swoosh, pero se veía chido because it was like different pieces put together and stained y todo eso. Posted that, and then you guys had Jose, right? Jose Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So La Familia Cider. Jaime is like, or Jimmy, he's like, they're opening the spot because it's, ¿cómo se llama? JJ? I think it's good friends going.
Oh, okay.
Jaime. Jaime is my.
Jaime.
Alvarez.
Jaime. Yeah.
he's-
Andres and them. Yeah.
So they're my wife's cousins.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's like, can you make something for them? I'm like, okay, cool. Like what? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Just do something, you know. So if you go to La Familia, when you walk in behind the tap house, there's a sign that says La Familia out of wood. That's
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
So that was, I didn't know they were gonna put it there. I thought it was just like a gift for something, you know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
At that time, he was helping me.
Shout out to Jaime.
Yeah, man. There was this other guy named Abraham that he was helping me with that stuff. We were gonna do stuff together, pero pues al último pues no se pudo. You know, different things. And I kept with Guy with a Hat, and it kind of just evolved from one thing to another, bro. And it was just about saying yes to stuff, you know, like.
Did you? So the guy with the hat was born with because of the wood designs,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then how did you come up with the name Guy with the Hat? Were you always wearing a hat, or is it
So-
referred to you, or?
Yeah, so you know, a few years ago it was like you had to do an Instagram, you know, and I was like, I'm not gonna put Fernando. You know, it's just like, you know, I need to have a name, I need to have something on here. And at that time, I was wearing a hat 24/7. Like in misa me la quitaba, you know, and then I was like, okay, back on. And my logo, actually, it's back here. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's an Oregon, you know, it's an Oregon with my like reflection on it. That is actually a picture. I was working on an Oregon sign, and I estaba afuera. I was sanding it down outside because I didn't have a garage in my house at that time. Y el sol me dio la shadow. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. So I just kind of like took a picture of it, and that turned into the logo. And I was like, what about Guy with a Hat? You know, I told my girl, she's like, sounds weird. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm a guy with a hat. Like, I'm literally always wearing a hat, you know, like, pues, whatever you want. Huh?
Yeah.
Así quedó Guy with a Hat. Because, I mean, digo, I'm always wearing hats. Like, I worked at a bank for 4.5 years. And having to shave and trim 3 times a week, having to get a haircut every week or I'm like, man, like, ya estaba harto, you know. I was like, dude. So as soon as I left there, I was like, hat all the time, like, ya no me, you know. I know you guys. I mean, go to over there. I go with Jonathan. I am Faded. He's my new barber. I've been going to him for a couple of months, and I'm like telling him, like, dude, I'm like the worst customer you can have because I hate coming, bro.
Yeah.
Yo nomás vengo porque de plano we have something that I have to cut my hair for.
Yeah.
That I can't wear a hat. So, you know, dude, I don't know. I wouldn't say I would have long hair because you know, I have hair, you know, but it's not like. My style is just not a you know, pues nomás no. So.
Speaking about haircuts, shout out to our sponsor, Bien Faded. You know, doing this right. I think I just got my haircut not too long ago.
I was just there this week.
There you go. What about you, man?
That's why I have a fade kind of, you know.
We have bad timing. Last week I had a fresh cut and you hadn't gone. Now this week it's the other way around.
Yeah. Shout out to Bien Faded.
Let's
yes,
go.
sir. Yeah,
Aaron,
dude.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I take my boy over there too, my little boy. And yeah, dude, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Guy with a Hat was just that. I mean, I'm literally wearing a hat all the time.
And so, do you do that like ¿cómo te diré? Is that kind of more on the side? Because you said the HVAC is the main one, right?
Yeah. So we were talking earlier about me not playing soccer anymore. When I stopped playing soccer, soccer was like an outlet for me, right? It was you're having problem here, se te olvidaba, you know, you just go and forget about it. When I stopped playing, I didn't have anything to do. Like, I didn't have anything to replace that gap with. And I haven't been. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a going out to the club. I'm not a bar guy. Like, it's just not my scene.
Yeah.
So no tengo nada que hacer. So I'm like, so I need to do something, you know.
Yeah.
And as it started growing with different things being requested, like the flags or the different signs and everything like that, it kind of got a little bit more busy. But because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make it a business because it's a hobby. Like, I want it to be a hobby that I can kind of just do. After so long, pues I'm like, you're like, dude, like, I had to. You know, I was like, estoy desperdiciando una oportunidad.
Yeah.
Really. And I think también de aprender.
You're a Carlos Vela.
Ándale, bro. I was wasting my talent, bro.
You're wasting your talent, bro.
No, la neta, sí. And I just didn't know. Te digo, as you grow and you learn, I'm like, es como dicen, you know, cuando están vendiendo, compra. Y cuando están comprando, vende, you know? Like, it's one of those things, like, where, man, people want to buy this stuff, you know? It's like, you can't do this stuff too much on the side. It's like, I have I have businesses right now that you know that I'm doing hats for. You need to be legit. You can't just be like, oh, pues ahí I'm acá cash, you know, or whatever. Like you can't do that. Like they're write-offs. It's a tax expense, you know. It's a marketing lo que quiera. So you have to have your stuff. So I was like, it's just not. It's a good opportunity for me to just register everything, do things like the right way, because the numbers started increasing. You know, cuando era una cosita aquí allá, pues it was whatever. Pero ya cuando estás agarrando más, yeah, you just got to do it.
Are all your hats? What is this? It's like kind of like ¿cómo se dice? It's a look.
So it's a leatherette, or that's the color you mean, or
the kind of like the shininess.
No, so that's dude. I just got that one. That's it's supposed to be like a golden carbon fiber.
See that? Okay, that's what carbon fiber.
Yeah, so
that looks clean, dude.
So I have that, and I had a gray one, but I thought for your guys' the gold would pop. You know, like
there you go.
That looks more.
Yeah, that looks clean.
Yeah.
Are all your hats the same like snap? This is called snapback, right?
Yeah, this is a trucker hat on these, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They call them the trucker style. This is the ones I mainly carry because the ones I like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I wear.
Yeah.
And they're a solid hat, so I can get some también that are cheaper.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I don't want to have like a cheap product out. I want to have something that's good.
That's good. Yeah, because it's gonna. Yeah.
It's a hobby, bro. Like it's like it's still a side business, so it's. Si no me quieren comprar because maybe it's a little bit more than they want to spend, like it's cool. Like para todos hay. There's somebody out there that maybe has a little cheaper hat. Se vale.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, if I want to do it, I want to do something that's like something that I'm proud to put my logo on. You know, like because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like
yeah.
It's like that's for everything for business. You know, like you want to have a good product. I said this. You want to have a good show.
I've seen a lot of people have your hat now. I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah,
posting it and stuff. So that's pretty cool, man. That is down. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's fun. I enjoy it. I like the design stuff. You know, like to me, and they're all different because no matter, even if it's the same hand, the same color, the logos are different. Like things change. Like, para todos hay, you know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool though. Like when you see the hat, the logo does change, pero como que ya sabes de dónde viene.
Bro,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's man. Like I'll tell you one thing that I am butthurt about. You know, it's crazy how when I started, man, or when you start a business, I'm a vent to you guys. I don't know if it's like our upbringing, okay, but it's like if I tell you, hey man, like empecé a vender, you know, vender sodas, they're $1, and you're my friend, be like, oh, I'll give you 50 cents for it. I'm like, bro, you're my friend, like you know, like el apoyo de, you know, like I'm not saying, you know, like pay me more than I'm selling it for, pero esa costumbrita de like. Oh, it's hook me up, bro. I'm like, dude, I'm just starting.
Yeah.
Like, muy huevo tengo pa esto, you know? It's like one of those things where it's just like,
I think that's culture. I think it comes from our upbringing. Pero yo pienso que, at least for me, when I go to a friend, I don't expect a discount. Right. I'm willing to pay whatever they're.
That's the thing. Like,
but I think viene de la costumbre. I
think so.
That's what it is.
One thing, bro, but ese sí me caló because I was like, someone messaged me. He's like, hey man, you want me to wear one of your hats? Give me your hat. Give me one of those hats. I'm like, did Carhartt give you the hat that you're wearing? Did Adidas give you that hat? No, bro, you bought it and you paid way more than what I'm selling it for. You know, like what do you mean? Like you're supporting these guys that you don't even know who they are. Pero como mi brand is still not a known brand, like, you know, you want it for free. I don't know.
Damn, dude, ¿cuánto nos estás cobrando, güey?
I'll bill you guys later.
Shit.
Así me gustan clientes como ustedes que no preguntan precio.
We just take. You like the guys? Here's the CD.
Here's the demo.
Oh. Donation. I was like,
donation.
Ándale.
Ahorita al último del show, I said, hey, dude, I didn't charge you, but I take donations.
I'm gonna need these hats back. I need to take the patches off.
Vomiten los tacos.
No, neta, dude. But it's like, yeah, sí me caló because I'm like, dude, like, come on, like, you know, like, I don't know.
I think, you know, if you really like reading self-development books or así, you got to realize that sometimes uno crece así.
Sí.
And you gotta kind of have to put it aside and ¿cómo te diré? Ignore the fact and understand why they do it, but not take it personal. It's like, there's levels and then you're leveling up. Does that make sense?
No, sí.
Y como que nada más lo dejas allí and you understand why, but it still sucks.
No, sí, because I'm like, I try to be, bro. I'm like, si alguien está haciendo algo, like, if you look at my Facebook and my Instagram, like, mostly my Facebook stuff, I share, pretty much all I'm doing is sharing stuff, bro. Like, sharing from businesses. If I can't buy from you, like, I can't buy from you, you know, like either I don't need what you're selling or I can't afford it or I think it's too much. I still share it because you're not just selling to me. Like, but if I can help you get your product to somebody that, you know, that's where it needs to go, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, like it's just, It's just, como dicen, it doesn't take money to support your friends, Y empezando, like all my businesses, I think that's a misconception también. I don't know what people think of me. Digo, a veces me vale, maybe a little too much. But I'm pretty confident people think que me va mejor de lo que me va. And that's a fact. Like, I'm like, dude, you don't know how endrogado I am, right? You don't know what kind of business loans I need to get started. You don't know if I installed today, if I'm going to pay my rent this month, if I'm going to, or whatever it might be. Nomás ven que I share the brand and I share the stuff I'm doing. And I think it's easy for people to think like, oh, le va bien. So si le pido la gorra gratis, it's not, it's whatever. But it's not. I mean, it can be a lot. And I think from me starting my business and starting a couple of things, I see the how tough it is. So cuando voy a un lugar, even if my friends, ¿Cuánto es? Okay. No, ¿cuánto es? Like, it's lo que es, bro. Like, I didn't come to you so you can give me a hook. I came to you because I wanted to support you, right? Like, it's like I tell Jonathan, like the first time I cut it, I was like, dude, a mí la neta, se me hace a veces mucho lo que cobran por un corte, right? So I don't go do it a lot. But I'm not going to come in here and tell you, like, hey, córtame pelo, pero no me va barato. No, if I come here, I'm gonna pay you, bro. And, I'm gonna pay you your price. Like, it's just what it. And that's somebody I just met, right? So I think that's a lot with my friends. I'm like, ¿estás vendiendo? ¿Te hiciste algo? ¿Estás cortando fruta y vendiéndola? O te la dejo. No me la dejes a tanto. Like, I'm trying to support you. I might not even want it. I just want to support you.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, but I think it's that mentality. Digo, porque como uno ya lo pasó, o lo estoy pasando, that I know how hard stuff is. I don't want to do that to somebody else. And I think, digo, es una misconception que. Porque todo se ve bonito en social media. Yeah. Which social media is another animal for me, dude. Like, I'm like, por lo mismo, I think que se comparte mucho de lo bonito, but not enough de lo...
Siempre va a ser así. Siempre
va
a ser así.
Yeah, dude. Se me hace, like, that's a comment with my wife, it's like, no te fijes si alguien, puso que fue de vacaciones y que fue otra cosa y que compraron y que eso. We don't know the debts they're in, right? Y my wife is a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom. My daughter, so I'll share with you guys, because I always like to raise awareness for this, like my daughter, she's 8. She has Down syndrome. So our decision was, hey, when she starts going to school, porque, I mean, she took time off, at first, and then she had to go back to work because we needed her to go to work. And then we said, hey, let's try to get ourselves to a position where you don't have to work, right? Porque queremos que estés atento con ella. If she has anything, like, we want you to be available, And so, ahorita, bro, cuando dejó de trabajar, that was como que, like, porque, dude, it was super nice because nuestros cheques at that time, we were alternate every other week, pero every Friday we got paid. Either ella or yo. So, dude, it was super nice.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Ahí vamos. And then she stopped working. I was like, oh, wait. And then I started my business. I'm like, ay, wait, like, even more, 'cause it's like, va a salir o no va a salir, But it's like, sacrifices that you make. It's like I tell her all the time. I'm like, babe, you can go back to work. You can go back to work full time. Y con lo que ganes, we can go wherever you want, Pero pues ahorita no hay, right? Like ahorita we're building. Ahorita we're working. We have to pues, put our time in, like to do these things. Para mí, o para nosotros, because I mean it's a marriage, like it's our decision that que no trabaje, not because I don't want her to work, not because I got it like that, like nada, al contrario, it's like it's a decision that we made to make sure that pues nuestra niña está, covered, like, and that's a priority for us.
Yeah.
And that'll circle back to my motivation for everything I do, dude. Like everything I do, all the businesses, all the work, it's because I have to provide for them, Like,
I mean that's your motivation, pues. We talked about the guy with the hat. When did this other business start? What is it? The
Arrows?
Arrows?
Yeah, Arrows Home Air. So, that I went live with it. I just had my 1 year last month.
Okay, because we saw when it was new on social media, but obviously we didn't know when it actually started.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
empezó ahí, and I've been doing it for a few years now. I worked with somebody else, and I helped them grow their business to a good size where they're like, okay, I think we're good, and going back to sales, también. I could only sell what you can install.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't sell more than you can install. I mean, it doesn't matter if I can sell 30 jobs a month. If we can only install 10, then I'm only going to get paid for 10. So that's that.
Yeah.
So ahí decidí abrirme yo and start doing my own thing. And that's actually where the name The Arrows come from. So The three arrows, así para arriba, is an unofficial adopted symbol for a lot of families with Down syndrome. So we use the three arrows because if you guys aren't familiar with Down syndrome, you have 23 copies of chromosomes. Like tu mamá te da 23, y tu papá te da 23, and then that's you. That's your DNA, right? That builds you. When you get a third copy, a third chromosome on the 21st copy, that's what creates Down syndrome. No se sabe si sale del mamá, la papá, but when the baby is being, or se está haciendo el baby, there's an extra copy. There's an extra chromosome. If there's an extra chromosome in any other pair, el bebé no sobrevive. Like, that's the only one that can survive, the 21. And it causes Down syndrome.
Okay, so you lost me.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting because
it's a lot.
so there's 23 and 23, right?
No,
And then what causes when there's 24?
So there's 23 copies, right? So there's 23 chromosomes that create your DNA. Una de tu papá, una de tu mamá.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. On the 21st copy, if there's a third one, that's what causes Down syndrome.
Oh, okay, I
If
see.
there's a third one in any other one, el bebé no sobrevive.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so it's a genetic.
It's interesting.
Yeah, so three arrows is where the three comes from. The three arrows comes from that third copy of the chromosome. And the arrow comes from sometimes, sometimes you get, you feel like you're getting pulled back, or our kids are being held back by something, right?
Yeah.
Because of their ability to learn. It's a little slower, it takes a little bit more time y todo. A lot of things. So we take it. So that symbol, an arrow, if you think of an arrow, the harder you pull it, or the harder you're trying to pull it, para que no llegue, y en cuanto la sueltas, it's gone, right? And the farther it's going to go. So the three arrows are they were adopted as a symbol of, we call it the lucky few. So if you get to know anybody, or if you love anybody with Down syndrome, we consider ourselves the lucky few that get to do that. So when I was doing my company, it was super important for me because I knew it was going to be a lot of time, man. I was like, I know there's going to be a lot of time invested that I don't see a benefit. I don't see money for, right? I'm networking. I'm doing bids. I'm out just trying to be seen. None of that is directly paying me. So I knew I was going to be gone. So I wanted to make sure when I started my company that the name and the logo, or the name was something that meant something to me, right? Cuando estás a veces que, like, I just want to go home, like, pinche día, and I would look at the symbol, and like, okay, para eso estás trabajando, cabrón. Like, that's what you're doing it. Órale, chingale, So, yeah, so I adopted the three arrows, and then I got creative, because blue and yellow are the ribbon for Down syndrome awareness. So if you see a ribbon with the blue and the yellow, that's the Down syndrome awareness ribbon. Y pues then I got creative because I have blue acá, está frío, and then I red arriba porque está caliente. So I got a little creative with that.
Yeah, nice.
But that's the name arrows.
Did you come up with that symbol? Or no? You said so.
Yeah, so in other families.
Okay.
Yep. So I just modified them a little bit to make them look more
exactly.
like a logo.
Oh, okay.
Because no te creas, también before I came up with arrows, man, I took some classes, and they were marketing and branding classes.
Yeah.
And dijeron, I thought I was gonna name my company before this. I was like, se va a llamar Dragon Air because se va a ver bien chingón un dragon,
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, okay, think of your logo, think about it and your van. I'm like, chingón, pinche dragonzote, uno rojo, uno azul, fire and ice, like, it's gonna look badass. And they're like, how about your shirts? I'm like, pues igual, pinche dragonzote down the side, like, it's gonna catch people's attention. And they're like, what about paper y todo? No, pues igual. And they're, what about hats? I'm like, okay, you got me there. Because I'm a hat guy. So they're like, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to fit so much into such a small logo. So valió madre el pinche Dragon Air. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess not. I don't know what I'm doing. But luckily, about a week later, I was driving behind my wife, and we have the three arrows in our car. I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like, ahí está, like, it's right there. So I saw the arrows, and I'm like, it has to be. I didn't think I was gonna call it arrows, but I knew that arrows were gonna be my logo, just because I was like, it just made everything else that I had just said. That's when it made sense. I'm like, it has to be something for me, something that means something that it'll be real easy to put everywhere. And yeah, I mean, I love my logo, dude. Like, it's just like, I don't know, it's. Yeah. Maybe because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Pero dude, like The arrows es otro pedo. And yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. So thank you for asking that because it's a the name and
No,
everything. It's the family is otro
Exactly.
es otro
Yeah.
pedo.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
And
You guys
then,
have kids?
huh? Yeah, I have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old?
13.
13?
2 and 4.
2 and 4? Órale. Yeah, I have a 4-year-old boy también.
4-year-old boy.
Yeah, dude. Otro
Yeah.
pedo.
Yeah, dude. And then lastly, you sell cars too, no?
Oh yeah, I just started that.
You know how I found that out? I saw there's this I don't know, there's like this new page, obviously only on social media. I saw that and pusieron a Christian.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what is this? Spotlight or something? No sé qué decía. And then I clicked on it and it had you. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Cars?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So I think it was we're a local Kaiser. I think it was when they made an article.
Local
about,
Kaiser?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made an article about us about opening the lot, you know, because relationships, you know, everything is relationships, and I met a couple of good people there, and so Car Bros actually has the same logo, but a little different.
Same colors, no?
Yeah, I modified it. It's está de lado, and it's going forward, so it has like a little like it's moving. Son carros, yeah. But I wanted to make sure like the brand, I guess, was you know, cuando lo vieran.
Sí, yeah, and that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It's cool. I wanna.
And how did you get into that? I know you said you sold cars when you were very young, but you just coming back to that again?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah. So I mean, the opportunity presented itself. You know, like en lo mismo de volver al que te valga madre, you know, the subtle art. I thought to myself, I'm like, man, si le echas ganas and it doesn't work out, what's the worst that can happen, right? So I think about it and I say, okay, if it doesn't work out and I have to sell everything y debo dinero, pues lo pago. If it doesn't work out and something major happens and I have to go through a bankruptcy, okay. Like, to me, it just doesn't matter. Like, I think that's what's helped me just be all in. Porque I'm like, really, what's the worst that can happen? I'm like, no me voy a morir.
Yeah.
You know, like, ojalá, you know, like, pero de que algo pase mal en el negocio, I'm not gonna die.
And I think a lot of the entrepreneurs y luego la gente que ya tiene muchos años en negocio and you see them, these big people, ellos saben because ellos hacen bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Ellos lo hacen.
Yeah.
They know how to, they're like, ¿sabes qué? Lo voy a hacer. ¿Por qué? And they'll start again.
I joke around and say, I'll just do it 2 more times and I'll be president of the United States.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know, it's business.
They
No
all
pasa
know
nada.
that. They're like, fuck it. Lo voy a hacer. Then we'll just start again, you know?
Dice el morrillo that was driving the car, oiga, no pasa nada. Oiga, no pasa nada. Like, it's just like...
Tranquilo.
Yeah, like, no, dude, like, you know, it's like... I think that's how I feel. It's just
That's
like,
good, though,
like,
you know?
Yeah, no pasa nada.
I think that's
dude.
pretty solid.
I think the alternative is what would scare me more. It would be just getting old and then looking back and being like, fuck, I should have done that. I should have tried. That's, I think, what would scare me more.
Man, and that's super hard. So I'll level with you también otras cosas. My wife, love my wife, pero she is more of a realist.
Yeah.
Right. She is more of a pues get a job. Let's echarle ganas. You know, that's how she was anyway. So yeah, and I'm like, oh babe, I think I want to do this, and she'd be like, I don't know, you know, because security. Está canijo. Like, you don't want to leave your secure job to, you know, try other stuff. So I always felt like I still did it, but it wasn't like a full on. It was like aquí nomás como que más o menos, como que sí, como que no, and then it didn't work. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I'll be like, oh, I think I have this idea. I want to do this. And she'd be like, oh, okay, you know, like, pues si quieres. And but so I had to be honest with myself and be like, and tell her, like, you know what, I think you're right. I don't give the stuff enough importance. I don't give it all the attention that it needs, so they fail. And I understand how you don't want to go through that because, I mean, it's our family, right? Somos uno, right? So I eventually, when I told him, like, babe, I think I'm ready. Like, I need to do this, but I need to do it 100%. Like, I just need to go all in. Si no funciona, there is absolutely no doubt that I tried, right? Pero todo. Because if I half-ass it again, I'm always going to have that doubt of, es que maybe if I did invest that little bit of time more, you know, maybe if I didn't take that day off, maybe if I stayed up a little bit later, maybe if I did all these things I said I was gonna do and then I didn't do them, you know, like just doing that little bit more. I never wanted to have that doubt, right? So I was like, let's do this business, apóyame, 100%, right? We're gonna go all in, you know. Si no funciona, I'll be like, okay, I'll go get a job, I'll go get a good job somewhere, and we're good, you know. Y no pasa nada, but I went all in, like I was all in. Y por esta gracia a Dios, pues ahí vamos. I mean, we're not even there, you know, but ahí vamos, you know, ahí vamos llegando. But it is super scary, man. And otra cosa, which I think is hard sometimes, I feel like I do have that itch, you know, de querer hacer cosas diferentes, pero no todos la tienen, and that's okay too. Like, se vale.
Yeah.
Se vale to start a career somewhere and grow through the ranks there and retire from there. 100% se vale, you know, because cada quien, you know, cada quien is, everyone's wired different. I know people that want to do something, pero dicen, you know what, bro, like, la neta, I get home at 5, and I have all afternoon to do whatever I want. I'm like, chido. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the way I think doesn't line up with that because, you know, it just doesn't. Pero I wish I could. Like, I envy that sometimes. I'm like, man, ¿por qué? Why do I have to think the way I think? Why can't I just, like, get a job y darle chingazos, you know, and salir y ya salí, ya?
Yeah,
you know?
it's
Like,
no, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I understand. It's really hard. My wife is the same way. Yeah. She wants a 8 to 5. That's what she went to school for, and she wants to clock out and not have to worry about answering phone calls or emails or anything. And I'm not like that either. It got to the point where whenever I would try something new, and I would always tell her, she was always really negative about it. So what I learned was that now when I do things, I just don't tell her about it until I like like I start them. Like, she didn't know about this until like we had already got the lease for this place. We had already bought equipment. I had everything already. Surprise, literally surprise. And I've done that multiple times, but it's just I love her to death, but this is really hard. This is really hard because I feel like this is where I really like I need his opinion, because I feel like he will give me a real opinion. And then some people you just learn who not to go to because their negativity can affect you. But it's like you need a little bit of both. You need a realist, but you need someone that will also be like, I wonder if we try hard, maybe we can make this happen. Like, that's all I need. Maybe we can make it happen. That's all I want to hear. So I just learned that I just certain people, like my dad is the exact same way. My dad's one of the most negative people that I know, bro. And he was always really negative with sports. He would always say like, oh no, es que you're too short. Gente como nosotros no podemos hacer esas cosas. And then when I would do sports, you would see these, dude, bro, you know, like, you're taller, but like me and him, like when we were in middle school or high school, bro, we were like super short, right? So it's like when you're going and you're wrestling against these white folks that are like, at that point, they're already like 5'10", and my dad's like, ¿qué estás haciendo? But the next thing you know, like, I fucking put them on their ass and I fucking pin them, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. But it's like, it's just, I was always growing up with that kind of stuff, so it's like, at this point, I just don't want to hear it. If you don't have any like nice things to say, I just want to ask for your opinion.
Bro, I'll share because you shared. So I had that same conversation, similar to with my wife. You'll see, I didn't do it. I didn't surprise her. Pero I did have a conversation one day because I was like, I appreciate, you know, like, lo que me estás diciendo, you know, but I feel like you're weighing me down a little bit. And I don't mean it in a bad way. We're not going to get divorced here, right? Like, that's no más te estoy diciendo que when I feel like I need to do something, sometimes I feel like I don't get the support from you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you to be like, okay, babe, ¿pa dónde quieres que mueva esto?
Yeah,
okay?
no.
I don't, babe. I just want you to be okay with what I'm doing or support me in a, ¿cómo te fue? Bien? Okay, cool, chido. That's it. Like, you know, I don't need the support of, agárrame la mano, a ver, let's go over here. Like, walk me through this. Like, I don't, you know, like, that's not how I'm wired. I just want you. Pero obviously, as my wife, pues su opinión cuenta un chingo, right? Because I mean, I'm you know, like, that's why she's my wife. So cuando she doesn't support, pues sí, como que te agüita, right? Because you're like, fuck, we're like, I'm trying to do this for us, you know, like, I'm trying to grow for us. Like, so once I had that conversation, I felt really bad porque pues a nadie le quiere, I know, she still tells me, right? When she watches this, me regaña otra vez, you know, for saying it, pero.
But it's not their fault. Like, that's the right thing to do.
And that's what I told her.
That's the right thing to do.
Ya le dije, okay, ahora que sabemos, pues ya sabemos.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if we don't have that communication, which I think maybe some of the, you know, people grow apart because there's no communication. You know, like to me, it's like, te quiero decir, no pa que sepas, and then let's try, you know, like I'll try to be more safe and, como diría, like more, no hacer cosas lo way, but actually plan them. Like, okay, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to do this. Para que ella se sienta a gusto. Be like, babe, look, I'm going to start this business, pero this is what I'm doing. So then she feels better. And I feel better porque ya me está diciendo, ya me está apoyando, right? Ya me está, like, no dando la razón, pero dice apoyándome. You know, it's huge, man. You don't want to go home to that negativity. So,
Nah, you don't want to go
yeah,
home.
pues I think, you know, maybe por eso muchos no llegan a su casa. You know?
Yeah.
A veces le repienso, dude, because I'm like, man, like, my boy está creciendo en chinga, you know? I'm like, am I going to miss it because I'm working so much, you know? But también, it's like, dude, like, I want, you know, my wife at home. Like, it's like, she wants to be home, you know? So son cosas que, digo, uno aprende, like,
Only you know. Only your situation
Sí,
at the time knows.
Yeah, dude, I tell, digo, son cosas mejor pequeñas, or, porque de querer, pues, queremos, you know? Like, you always want to have something. Like, we want to take him to Disneyland this year. No se pudo. No hay dinero. Oh, well. Maybe we'll go next year. Yeah. And that's fine. You know, like, it is what it is. Luckily, they don't know. I mean, they see the commercials sometimes, but no saben qué pedo, you know? So, I still got time. Pero son detallitos que it's like, well, if she worked, then we probably could have gone.
Yeah.
But then, if she works, then we get rid of other stuff, you know?
It's just a sacrifice.
It's a different sacrifice. Digo, y vuelvo a lo mismo que todo se vale, right? Everybody's wired different. Nobody has to do things the way I do. I don't have to do things the way anybody else does them. Like, it's just lo que te llena a ti, like, es lo que te llena a ti. And it's just one of those, to us, like I said, it's super important for my wife to be available. Porque, digo, I mean, with us, with our daughter, like, if we get a call from school, I don't be like, fuck, I'm in Portland. Like, aquí que llego, and now I'm worried, and now I'm like, so now if something happens, she calls me. She's like, hey, babe, pues me hablaron de la escuela. I already picked her up. I'm like, okay, babe, cool. I'll see you guys later. So at least me siento calmado de que it's taken care of. Like, I still worry because pues es mi niña, but I know it's taken care of. It's like, fuck, ella está trabajando. She can't get out of work. I have to go, but I can't right now. It's, you know, just like, I don't know. I mean, our circumstances are a little bit different than, you know, typical families. So it's just cosas que, you know, a veces no se prestan, you know, like everything, bro. Like, digo, we don't have a lot of people in our house. Mi niña doesn't like large crowds, bro. For our birthdays, tenemos familia grande. Cuando vienen mis brothers y sisters y nephews y su familia de mi wife, somos like 22.
Yeah,
that's too much for her. She'd rather just go to her room.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
So I'm like, do I want to invite friends? See, do I want to invite, you know, primos or compadres or whatever? I do. But that's just not the scenario we're in. Like, no se puede, you know, like, it's just, you just can't.
Yeah.
You know? Y a veces cuando no saben, pues maybe they think, you know, pues que nos separamos o que nos dejamos or que we're too good or que this and that. But it's not that. It's just, we got to do what's best for, pues para la niña, también. Like, you know, bedtimes, dude, our kids are in bed at 8:30. If you guys call me and tell me, hey, Fed, let's go have lunch after work, I'm probably down almost any other day. If you call me after 8, I ain't going, bro. I ain't going because we have the routine, right? Yo pongo a dormir a mi niña, mi wife pone a dormir a mi niño every day. Like, that's their thing. So when we do have to miss because of work or something, it throws them off. Like, the kids are like, what the fuck's going on here? You know,
exactly.
It's a routine. Y pues con mi niña, you have to have a routine. Like, and that's what sometimes, you know, like the people that are really close to us, they will understand that. Pero otros are like, oh, pues ya se van. Apenas llegaron, ya se van. It's like, well, we don't want to, bro, but we can't stay too late because si se zafa, you know, si se quita su schedule and then it throws everything off. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. But
no, that's good, man. I think it kind of gives me affirmation as well, and I think that kind of comes. Everybody talks about work-life balance. We always ask people about work-life balance, and everybody has a different definition of work-life balance. But I think you're right. I'm gone a lot of the time. My wife is with my kids most of the time. I'm blessed. My mom takes care of my kids when we're both at work, and then after work, my wife picks up the kids. So the kids I'm always comfortable with the kids being with who they're with.
No, that's awesome.
So I don't have to worry.
That's a different piece.
It's a huge help. But I mean, a lot of times I don't come home till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning because I'm working. And I'm usually out of the house by 8:30 in the morning. So I have really long days, and sometimes, and there's one thing that you said that I kind of think about a lot. I'm like, is it worth it? Because I'm missing out on a lot of like them growing up right now. But I don't know. I've watched videos and I've read books, and I feel like if the dad works and the kids know that the dad works, I feel like when you are, and Jorge tells me all the time too. It's about the time that you spend with them. Yeah. It's how you spend the time with them. If you just they're watching fucking TV, like you're not with your kids. Yeah. You're with your kids, but you're not you're just there. Uh-huh. And I think that's really important. How you spend your time with your kids when you are with your kids. Yeah. For sure. So I think that if mom's home, and the time that you do spend with your kids, they appreciate that. I think that's gonna go a long ways. And then I think about it too, and then I'm like, I want to be a role model for them too. And then I think about it, I'm like, fuck, do I really want this for them? Do I want them to work as many hours as I do? So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. It's tough.
It's tough. It's not, there is no right or wrong. Right. And there is no, so there's this book, I forget the name of it, but
hey, we all read books here now.
No, this one you're probably three guys who have books. I'll get the name and then te lo voy a mandar. Pero basically what it says, there is no right or wrong, and there is anything that you do, it doesn't really, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, pero there is no good or evil. Como que, por ejemplo, si dices tú, I don't support, at least for me, I don't support Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. Because look, no sé qué. Mm-hmm. Pero I could buy a product maybe somewhere else, but that person could be the same as Amazon. So every choice that you make, no, it's not right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's the full circle, right? So, and it also talks about, I want to work as hard as I can, so I could be at my kids' what do you call it? Games or whatever at high school. Yeah. But then there's another one that says, you know what? I want to be with my kids when they're young and enjoy those moments because el tiempo pasa. They're in high school y ya se van. Yeah. And so there is no right or wrong. That's the thing. You hear this and then you hear this. It works for them, it works for them. So it just depends what works for you and what you believe in, what works and what you like. Does that make sense?
No, see, it does. And that's just, I think it's a constant battle, you know, like de una cosa a otra, because I mean, yeah, it's just tough to. I think it was easier for me. Even last year was easier for me. This year has been harder because my boy is older. Y ya me dice, Papa, you just got here. Because sometimes if I'm close and it's lunchtime, voy a la casa a comer, you know, because I'd rather be home. You know, si no tengo citas, I'll go home. I'll go home. Even though I know I have like computer stuff to do or whatever, I'll just do it at home para poder aprovechar que estoy con ellos. Pero it was fine. Pero now when I get the Papa, you just got here, and now you're leaving again. Mm-hmm. You know, ahorita when I left, he's like, Papa, but when you come back, are you gonna leave to work again? I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm like, no, Papa. Yeah, when I come home, like I'm home. You know, but it's like, man, like, te retuerce, you know, because it's like, I hope one day you understand that the things I go for, or I leave the house for, are things to make our life better, right? To do better for our family, because honestly, like one of the reasons they go, I'll drink a beer here and there. Eso no es como que soy, you know. Mm-hmm. Pero one of my fears in life is to die doing something that didn't benefit my family. Mm-hmm. Every day you go to work, you're at risk, right? Alguien pasa, te dan la madre, y ya valiste madre. I would be content with that. If something happens to me at work, I would be content with that. Mm-hmm. If something happens while I'm picking up something for somebody, I'll be content with that. Pero si yo me fui y me salí a la medianoche y I'm here and there and something happens to me, I feel like that would not be for me. Like that's how my brain processes it, right? Exactly. Because como volvemos a lo mismo about quality and being there when you're there, to me, any time that I'm not working, I want to be home. Mm-hmm. Because all these things que pueden pasar while I'm working, while I'm doing whatever, I'm okay with. Pero I never want to, I don't know, man. Like maybe it's extreme, like, pero I just don't want my kids to be like, oh, pues, ¿qué pasó? Oh, yeah, he was out drinking y pues se mató, you know? Like,
but it makes sense, though. I don't know. Yeah. Like, it makes sense.
There you go. I want to make sure that they're proud of me, right? Because, I mean, with my biological dad, I never had that, right? So with my mom, I'm super proud of my mom. I'm super proud of everything she did, everything she did for us, right? I know she wasn't there. Mm-hmm. I'm not salty. I'm so grateful that she went out there and did what she had to do. Would I have liked to see her at more of my games? Absolutely. I would have loved to see her at every game, at every freaking assembly, at every whatever I did. Ahí la quería, pero no se podía, right? And I understand that. So, and I'm okay with that because I know anytime that my mom wasn't there, she was trying to provide for us. And that's what I want for my kids. I want que sepan que even though I'm not there, I'm doing to provide for you guys, you know? It's like, como te digo, get into material stuff, y que no te vas a llevar nada cuando te mueras, like, I just want to leave them in a better position than I was, right? Like, I don't believe in handouts either. I don't want them to just be like little, ¿cómo se dice? La word que cuando esperan todo, like they're so used to everything. Entitled, esa madre, yeah. I don't want them to be entitled, pero at the same time, I don't see the benefit of them struggling like I did.
Yeah.
You know, like, pa que vengas. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yes, it made me. Yes, it made my character. Yes, a lot of the things I do now is because of how I was raised, because of things that happened to me. I don't want it to happen to my kids. Dude, I went to 8 schools between kindergarten and high school. 8 schools. Mm-hmm. That's like, you know, you're supposed to go to 3, right? I mean, elementary, middle school, and high school. Me fui a 8 or 9. Ni me acuerdo, bro, because I was everywhere. It wasn't because I wanted to. It's because we had to, right? I don't want my kid to have to go do that.
Yeah.
When we bought our house, we're like, okay, ¿para dónde nos alcanza? And what school district do we want to? You know, ¿dónde va a acabar la escuela? Like, that was important to me. So, compramos una casa, maybe a little bit older than we would liked, you know, because repairs, you know, whatever. Pero it was where we wanted it. Because we're like, okay, hopefully, pues vaya a la escuela aquí, aquí, y aquí. He's going to have that stability of that I didn't have, you know? So, like, that's the kind of things I don't want to be like, oh, este cabrón tenía this, and this in his room. He had his own thing. He had his own that. Like, that's not the stuff I want to give him. I want to give him, like, security. Like, that confidence que ahí está su cuarto every day. La casa que va a llegar a su casa and we're not moving. Like, ahí está. Like, that's your house, baby. Like, you know, that's you. But it's hard también. It's hard because, you know, I was joking with, when we're being faded, you know how they had their Sega?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, bro, I never had one of these.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. You know, our primo de primo had one, you know? So I'm like, I was like, I playing while it was my turn, you know? But it's like these things like that, you know, you take for granted, I think. But it's like, ahorita tengo, I don't really play that much, but I have one.
That's why this guy went and bought a PS5, bro.
Yeah.
He's like,
I just buy them and I just have them there.
See,
my daughter says, what are you going to buy it for? I'm like, cuz, like, you're just going to play one game, one day, y ya. Just to test it out.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I did. I buy the FIFA game,
bro.
Lo jugué con mi sobrina y con ella poquito, un día, ya, ahí está. Never touched it again.
I tried, but man, these kids are so good.
Yeah. I get mad.
I get demolished.
I'm like, I'm not playing.
I'm straight.
No quiero jugar.
Let's go back to Nintendo, Mortal Kombat.
Get me the Mario Kart. You know, like, yeah, dude. But no, I think it's a constant battle, and it's tough. Y como dices, I think that's the biggest thing. You know, like, there is no right or wrong. You're gonna do at the end what's best for you. I think if you're doing wrong, you know you're doing wrong. Like, de plano sabes, right? I think if you're questioning it, is because I don't. If you're questioning it, then I think you're doing the right thing because you're doing what you have to, pero te está pesando, right? Instead of like, if you're like, yeah, I should be there, but I don't want to be there. Es otro pedo. Like, but digo, como todo, well, it just comes to lo que está bien por ti, no está bien for others, and it's just crazy.
It just depends. That's what it goes back to everything. Like, it's what works for you, what you think, your beliefs. Yeah, because. You're going to eventually look at a lot of things, and especially now there's a lot of information out there. You're overwhelmed with information. So you could Google or look at a video. Él te está diciendo algo, pero te está diciendo lo que le funcionó a él. No te va a funcionar a ti. You can get an idea of it, but it's just too much info for everybody. And then you're going to realize, look, he said this. Y al último, it's what benefits them.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong.
El saco no le queda a todos, you know? Like, we can read the exact same book, and you're going to read something, tú vas a entender una cosa, y tú vas a entender otra cosa, tú vas a entender otra cosa. It's going to speak to whatever your mentality is, whatever you need to hear at that time, whatever your como piensas is. Like, that's just a fact, you know? Like, it's just, nothing is black and white. Like, it's just, there's so much in between.
Dude, one of the guys that I looked up to in social media when I started like listening to like YouTube social media guys and stuff was Gary V.
Oh yeah,
and dude, this guy got a divorce.
Yeah,
like 2 years ago or something like that. Yeah.
Oh dang.
So it's like this guy was the one that was talking about all of that, and then I'm like, damn, like now he's getting a divorce.
Yeah, dude.
But that happens all the time, and I think you got to be aware of this, dude. Every time you're looking at all this. All these people are just people. Like, we are the product. Ellos te venden algo, güey, te están diciendo. Es como el Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
They base it off of true. That's not even true.
Yeah, no.
It's not even a true story.
Yeah, it's just a story.
He made it up.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I mean, I didn't know that, but I mean, I didn't think it was real.
But he
like,
claimed it.
He did claim it was real.
They were advertising like, oh, you know, que
Story of success.
Story of success.
I thought it was just like a story he created to like tell you like.
And
para que entendiera an easy way para que entendiera.
Y que según él, que también que he's like not really what it is, que he's a fraud, que no sé qué. And it's like, all these people it's 'cause you gotta.
So back to entrepreneurship, I think, bro, that's the biggest thing. You're growing up, how many business owners did you know when you were growing up?
Ah, dude, almost none, if any.
Dude, I didn't know. I knew about all these jobs. I knew about these jobs que había. I knew all about. So to circle, yo, mis tíos, mis tías, you know, they worked somewhere. None of them were their own boss, their own business. No, nunca se escuchaba nada de eso. You know, like it's just, I don't know. It's just what you grow learning, or the people that you're about. Yo pensaba, man, that guy's a banker. Dude, that guy must be super like legit, you know. Well, that guy's an officer. Damn, that guy has it together, you know. And now it's like, no offense to all my buddies, you know, but I'm like, dude, I hung out with this dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're just all people.
Yeah,
like, it's just, when I was a banker, I'm like, I guess they'll let anybody in here. You know, yo te voy a pendejo que era puro chingón, but it wasn't. It was just another person.
That's
You're
just what it is.
another person, dude. And I mean, man, one of the people I really like is Jose. You guys had Jose Gonzalez on here. Dude, I love that guy. Ese guy, man, I think if you look at it from outside, it would be hard because of all the businesses and everything, how successful he is. And he's the realest dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's just like, he's just a person, dude. Like, he's just...
Everybody says that.
Yeah,
everybody that you meet, he's like, dude, the realest dude. And I'm like, he is the realest dude.
Yeah, and I think, we just, we have this perception, but it's like, I think it's just our talents are reflected in different ways. And some people are más enfrente, maybe of a camera or in a position cuando se ven, but they're not any different than anybody else. Man.
Yeah.
Like, todos somos igual.
As human nature, we just put a lot of, ¿cómo se dice?
People on a pedestal.
No, ¿cómo se dice? Vemos más, it's all image, right? So,
sí.
vemos,
Sí.
I had the word, but I forgot. Anyways, les damos mucho, I lost it.
Importancia?
No importancia.
Valor?
It's not even bad. It's just, that's how human nature is.
Yeah, see?
You know?
Yeah, dude. And digo, yo cuando, the first time I met him, I was intimidated because you see people like, you know, and en cuanto te saluda, it's like, dude, like, just a dude, right? He's just a dude. And a lot of people, I think because I grew up with people that maybe didn't grow in positions of power, I guess, you know, como ahorita que city council.
Yep.
Dude, I didn't know. Dude, I'm a planning commissioner for the city of Kaiser. I don't know if you guys know that too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a planning commissioner.
That's awesome. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So the reason I'm doing that was in part because of him. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like, we need to be in positions that hold pues power, you know, or que tengamos voz. Because it's like, and if not me, then who? Because nobody else is doing it. So we got to do something, right? So, yeah, dude. So I sit on a couple boards. I'm a board member of,
They're bumping.
yeah, so I'm a
They
board
are
member of
bumping,
two
dude.
different nonprofits. So Willamette Valley Down Syndrome Association and the Kaiser Community Foundation. Because those are the type of foundations that helped me when I was young. You know, like the Kaiser Community Foundation, we do snacks and food for the kiddos. So si alguien no tiene, les dan, no questions asked. So I was one of those kids that needed that food, you know? So now I want to be in a position to help. you
Yeah.
know? Pero to me, that was so far off. I'm like, I can't do that, bro. Like, I can't be up there. Like, I can't do that thing. And it's like, why not? Like, ya cuando lo conocí, no, él, otra gente, I'm like, dude, we're just people, man. We're just people trying to do our best. Y uno sigue mejor acá y otros allá, pero we're just people, man. It's, I think, digo, como dices, it's just fácil de olvidar. Even Carlitos Vela, you know, like, dude, everybody, we're just people. Like, uno tiene...
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah, man, a lot of stuff. It's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
That is a lot of stuff. Pursuing a political career now.
No, tampoco no tanto, no para tanto, but yeah, just, I know, dude. It's fun. But maybe, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Not that presidential
Maybe.
post.
But if you ask,
You don't ask, you don't get, huh?
¿Verdad? The guy with the
Pero
hat.
si me ponen and votan por mí, pues ya que...
Yeah,
vote for the guy with the hat.
Man,
No,
three
sí,
guys
dude.
with the hat,
Three
dude.
guys with the
No,
hat.
that's a hard part because every time I have to go up there, I have to take my hat off, you know, for the
Yeah.
planning commissioning. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Tell him, dude, you're the guy with the
me
hat,
siento
though.
encuerado, you know, like,
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a part of me.
Yeah.
I'm the guy with the hat.
No, I was like, do you guys know who you guys have up here? Like, it's with a hat. Like, I can't not have a hat.
This is my business.
Yeah, it's todo, you know.
Yeah, it's-
But
yeah, it's
yeah, dude, but it's just looking at people like people.
Do you watch like any DC movies, Marvel or anything?
Yeah,
You know superheroes tú también or no?
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I just had had a
Ooh.
question. So
Okay.
Ooh.
you know, for both of you guys,
Is this a challenge or is this like just knowing?
it's just knowing. It's
Okay.
just basically is top 10 superheroes of all time,
Ooh.
whether it's Marvel or DC, 1 through 10.
Superman.
Batman.
Superman's 1, Batman 2nd.
I agree.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Superman
They
is 3.
Oh,
Batman is 2.
Iron Man has to be one.
Iron Man's 5th.
Oh, yeah.
What did we say already? Spider-Man, Batman, and Iron
Oh,
Man.
no, Spider-Man.
Oh no, Spider-Man's first.
Spider-Man's
we didn't say
first?
Spider-Man. Yeah,
Damn. that's
Spider-Man
surprising.
first,
I wouldn't have thought.
Batman
Spider-Man.
2nd, Superman 3rd, and then Iron Man 5th. So you're missing 4th and the other was.
Let's see here. Wolverine.
Oh, it's a good one.
Is he there?
Nah.
Motherfucker.
Really?
Nah.
This is rigged.
How about Deadpool?
Nah.
Wait, what is this chart? Top 10 in quién? In what sense?
I think he said everything.
DC or Marvel?
But in what sense?
What do you mean?
Favorites or?
It just it's
just
top
has
10 superheroes of all time.
Oh, of all time. Oh, okay. So just yeah. Oh, is Hulk in there?
Yeah, he's 6th.
Okay.
Let's see.
Storm there?
No, nah, Storm.
Trying to think of the girls, but
So
Any girls?
maybe I was gonna say there's
Superwoman.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. I was gonna say there's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
girl.
so I was-
She's 10th. Yeah. And so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. The other ones are a little tricky, so maybe I could.
How about color? Give us a color. Let's do color.
United States.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain
yeah.
America, 7th. So they're still 8th,
Green Lantern.
El Chapulín.
9th. Number 1.
Number one.
The other one, you know, any more
Star-Lord?
guesses?
Are they newer or older?
They're all this. They're all. I
No,
mean,
but like
once
recently?
once newer, they came out with the movie, and this guy was a wrestler.
Nacho Libre.
Oh, is it John Cena?
No, other wrestler, famous wrestler in the 90s.
Drax.
No,
Oh, 90s?
back in the 90s. Do you smell?
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam.
He's there?
I
Yeah.
didn't even know he was a superhero.
I knew
Yeah.
he was a super. I just thought he was like. The
Well, he's
movie
part of-
sucked. So I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to be top.
Yeah. So that's
I like the movie though.
Yeah, that is the thing though. This list, so there, I found 2 lists, right?
Uh-huh.
And this list had Black Adam, and the other one had I forgot who it was, but that was a debatable one. That's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
people were
that's-
like,
Yeah, because I'm like,
Dude, how you put him in front of Wonder Woman?
yeah, dude.
You don't even know who.
Dude,
the
that's
hell
not
that is.
me.
No,
Why'd you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
why'd you
know,
allow
shit.
this? This is your show.
Aquaman.
Oh, that's a
Aquaman,
good
yeah.
one.
Aquaman. There's one more.
Oh, another
and,
one?
and this, yeah, 8th. And this one's kind of hard because I didn't even know this. I do know this guy.
Bugs Bunny.
No, it's he's red and yellow.
Red and
It's
yellow.
not Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
Oh, I said Flash.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
before
shit.
Before I said
Yeah, there you go, Flash.
dope.
Damn, we did good.
But I
on
was
this
just-
one.
Yeah, so Superman, Batman, no, Spider-Man, Superman, no.
You don't
Te
read
pongan
books,
nervioso.
güey.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Black Adam, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
Damn. I
Top
like
list.
these quizzes. You got something else for us?
Yeah.
Bring it
I know.
here,
I was
brother.
nervous. 'Cause that's how they're doing with the translating. I'm like, bro, I feel like my Spanish touching on, but
Yeah.
when it comes to
What would you
translating-
rather? Would you rather not sleep or not eat
oh,
I'd rather not eat.
for a month? So like,
rather not eat.
let's do a month. Let's say, would you rather not sleep for a month or eat for a month?
And not eat. You'll die from not sleeping.
I think from both, no.
No, well, in 30 days, no.
30 days?
You can go 30 days without eating.
So you would rather not eat?
Yeah. Dude, you can sleep.
Okay,
though.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I think I'd rather
Sleep.
eat.
I mean, not eat.
I'd
yeah.
rather eat.
Either eat?
I'd rather eat.
Really?
Dude, you'll die, dude.
Well, not die, but I'm like, dude, if I que chingado me despierto. If I can't eat, if I can't eat, you know, like,
Pero dicen que el sueño and sleep. That they
I mean,
say,
I'll be pissed.
They say that's the worst of the worst.
I think
It is.
I think
That's
I'd
the
be more
worst.
pissed. They hangry, que they not sleeping.
Pero se te quita.
No, por eso digo, like that's why I'd rather eat.
No, pero if you don't eat for a certain amount of time, after a certain period, se te quita. Like your body starts. It's like supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to be good for you to cleanse it. They say that like not eating for having a 3-day fast
Dang.
is like the best thing that can happen
Yeah.
for the human body. that it can cure. A lot of times it cures a lot of
With all the
like,
crap that we put in our
yeah,
body.
literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
fasting is good.
Yeah.
Pero eso de no dormir,
That's
that's the
bad. Huh?
worst, dude.
Huh.
Because dicen que you could go out without eating for, I don't...
45, 46
And then
days.
agua, con pura agua.
Sí.
Oh,
Pero
I see.
sleep, you need to sleep. Dicen que si no te duermes at least 24 hours, you start, todo empieza
Yeah.
hallucinating todo.
Even if you have the best food.
We good, man. Fernando, appreciate you coming through.
For sure, man.
Appreciate
Thank
the
you guys.
hats.
Thank
You
you
guys
Yeah,
want to
let's
see
go.
them?
Yeah, man.
The guy with the hat. We're 3 guys with the hat today. You know,
Three
shout out
guys.
to
That read books.
El Sazón de Mi Casa for
Yes,
the
sir.
tacos, really good. And then shout out to Being Faded, you know, always keeping us fresh with our cuts, all 3 of us actually. So catch you guys around in the next episode. But before we leave, you got anything to say, Fernando? Like people could reach you at for anything?
Yeah,
or-
man. We have social media for everything right now except for Car Bros Auto. We only have a Facebook for that, but on Instagram, Car Bros Auto for your car needs. We have Guy with a Hat Designs for like if you need merch for your businesses. And then Arrows Home Air, and they're all of our tags are our names. So at Arrows Home Air, at Guy with a Hat Designs, and at Car Bros Auto. So hopefully, we can help you guys with whatever you need. And then also, one thing we didn't get to talk about because I didn't bring it up. But if you're looking to start a business, I would definitely say do it, man. Like that's if there's anything I can do to help, please reach out. Whether it's a personal pages or any of the business ones, I'll be happy to help if you guys have questions and I can help. And if I can't help, I probably know somebody that can, like I said, and maybe I'll leave you guys with some inspiring words. Someone once told me I thought had a business idea, but I thought there was too many of them. You know, I thought that there's already like a billion car lots. There's already a billion, you know. And there was Jose Gonzalez told me, he's like, man, if there's already 13, I encourage you to open the 14th. And that's how we should look at it. You know, there's enough for everybody. And if you think that that's your calling, that's something you want to do, you should go for it. Like I said, if we can help in any way, then please reach out. So,
Word. Nice.
yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Shout out.